All right. I started this a little early because I was ready earlier, actually. So, there's a couple things. I want to check out this Feminist. Now, Bullet sent me a video on Norah Vincent. And I started kind of digging more into this. Now, hello, Jer. Now, I'd never heard of her. Hey, Manlet, how are you doing? I'd never heard of her, but apparently this feminist did some kind of social... hey, hamster. Was it mine? It was top quality. Huh? No, it's Norah Vincent. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah. I think I'm becoming allergic, actually, to fuck shit. Shit just gives me a headache anymore. All right. It's Norah Vincent. So she was a feminist, first and foremost. Apparently she was married to a chick very recently, or a very short-lived marriage. But Boston College is where she went to school. And apparently she died via assisted death at a clinic in Switzerland on July 6th, and her death was not reported until August. So, I don't know, I thought that was kind of weird. Hello, Bullets, how are you?
I'm good. I'm just getting some stuff together here. Hold on.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna mute out for a minute. I'll be right back.
okay. So apparently she got a lot of shit because she wasn't on the trans bandwagon. But she claimed to be a contrarian, so I don't know. It's kind of weird, though. I didn't know they had assisted death facilities in Switzerland. That was news. It's not like she took a bottle of pills at home and died alone in her bathroom or anything. This was, I guess, a planned out thing. So I tried to collect everything that I could about all the YouTube videos and whatnot that people made. It wasn't very many, actually. Not very many people. Hello, Timothy. Not very many people talked about it. Saw a video that she couldn't live without being the center of attention. Yeah, well, she was 53 Now, she was a lesbian. From what I can tell, she was married to a woman for a short time, but she didn't have any kids. She probably had quite a bit of regrets, too. Voluntary madness. She relates her experience as an inpatient in 3 institutions for mentally ill patients, a ward in a public city hospital, a private Midwestern institution, and a pricey New Age clinic. She criticized doctors who she claimed were inapproachable, noting that too many relied on drugs and therapy while others addressed only the symptoms instead of their underlying cause. I don't know, I might get her book and do a little more looking into her. I see a lot of people criticizing the mental health field at the moment, and it's great. Because guess what? It's a shit show. Totally is a shit show. Let's see, there's this one video I wanted to play. It's from a smaller channel called Mankey.
Men are suffering. They have different problems than women have, but they don't have it better. They need our sympathy, they need our love, and they need each other more than anything else. They need to be together.
Do you think women understand what it's like to be a man?
Not at all. No clue.
Norah,
No
our
idea.
happy she is a she. The irony is not lost on Norah that it took a trip into manhood to help her appreciate her own femininity.
I'm so much closer to myself than I ever was, that I really like me. I really like being me, and I really like being a woman.
Did you like being a woman before, Ned?
I did, but I like it more now because I think it's more of a privilege.
That's perfect right there. That's awesome.
What a privilege.
Male privilege in the modern era is a myth. In 2020, it was found that 70% of homeless individuals were men. Men are 4 times more likely to commit deletion than women. Men make up 80% of all the murder victims worldwide. Men make up just over half of the workforce, and yet they make up 90% of workplace fatalities. Like
Right?
Norah was saying, men are in pain, and postmodern feminism refuses to acknowledge their suffering. It's unfortunate that Norah had to figure this out the hardest way possible, and I hope we can all find a way to help her rest by finally helping men to heal.
She's hardly a supermodel or movie star, but
Wait, what did that say? I hope we can find a way to help her rest by finally helping men to heal.
Okay.
Oh, what the fuck?
Okay,
Sorry.
Okay. Well, we'll put it this way. I did a little reading up on what's her name again? Norah.
Norah.
Yeah. And I read her wiki page profile. I watched Better Bachelor, Joker over there, going to his take on, her book, and her experiment. And I think Joker makes some really good points over at A Better Bachelor. I posted that in the DM for you to look at too, Mandy. I don't know if you saw that.
I didn't watch any of them. I just went through and got all the links for all the channels that made content on her, specifically in her death. So
Right.
he is one of them.
Well, I did look at some of it, and I think Joker over at Better Bachelor really puts a man's lens to it.
Yeah.
And puts it in the light to where if you don't know what this experiment was about, and we're just check what angle she was coming from, she wrote for salon.com, which we all know, like the Atlantic, it's a communist rag, and a few other articles, and she wrote books and stuff like that. She identified as a libertarian, but she was a feminist,
Right.
a lesbian,
Yeah.
and identified, with a lot of the left. I don't see how she but she was a libertarian, you know. So I don't know, maybe she was just a fence sitter who just wanted to make sense of the world, and find out for herself if what the left was saying about men had any value to it whatsoever.
Right.
So she went into this experiment, you know, and dressed herself up as a man and uh, tried to partake in men's lifestyles and stuff, you know. And even as minor as those were, you know, she couldn't handle it. She even said, I mean, she only did this experiment for like 18 months,
Yeah,
you
18.
know.
She cut it
Yeah,
short.
yeah, but she said the stress was getting to her,
Yeah.
over a period of time, just dealing with, the stress of being a man, you know.
Yeah.
Um and the way that she put it was like, you can't women will never be able to understand what it's like to be a man,
Right.
because we as men, we close in our emotions and stuff. We are taught not to show emotion. We are not. It's kind of like, it's one reason why, it's seldom you'll ever see me apologize,
Yeah.
or say I'm sorry, because that's a sign of fucking weakness.
Right.
It's true. And us as men, you can tell a real man, because a real man, means what he says what he does, you know. I mean, he walks the walk, talks the talk, you know, doesn't fuck around, and he has his code.
Hmm.
What women can't understand that. And lesser men, you could tell, the betas, you could tell, by their behavior, that they may look like men, but they're not. They're just wearing men's suits.
Right.
They're like little feminine. They're like fucking simps, feminist simps, trying to pretend like they're men, but they're not really men. They have no self respect. If you have no self respect for yourself, then you're not, not a man in my book. You got a long way to go, bro. You know, you can redeem yourself. If you're beta, can you come out of that? If you're in that beta mindset, can you come out of that? Yeah, you can, with a lot of reading, a lot of help, lifestyle changes, attitude changes, you know. But I find it strange that she flew to fucking Norway to a clinic, to a suicide clinic, to off
Right.
herself.
Right. At 53.
So I'm kind of curious to know, did she probably got some kind of diagnosis, life threatening diagnosis, like cancer or something like that? She got told, okay, well, you have this amount of time, to live before, it's over for you. And I'm curious to know if she, in her experimentation to become a man, if she did any hormone therapy that might have, brought that on. There's a lot of shit that's not being talked about. And she
Mm.
passed away in July. The news of her
Hmm.
death didn't come out until August.
Right.
You know, it's kind of shady the way they
Yeah.
buried everything.
It's a little shady. Yeah. I don't know. Kush said he knew something about her or knew her story. Do you know if she did any kind of hormone replacement therapies, Kush? By the way,
Yeah,
hello, Hammy and Ghost
I
Shira.
remember this way back in the day. Back in, like, I heard about it like in 2010 or 2012 when she did this experiment. These experiments were done in the early 2000s,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know.
I've never heard
And I
anything about it.
remember seeing the article. I think it was 2020 or something like that. And I just thought it was weird. You know, I just thought it was like a bull dyke experiment. Bull dyke wanted to see what it's like, to be a real man. Now, I grew up in Austin, Texas. So bull dykes were commonplace. I mean, you'd see them all over, downtown in and around the gay bars and stuff.
Yeah.
I had a few that were coworkers. A couple that were neighbors. Lesbian couples. You know,
You know,
and
it's funny.
yeah, they were really nice people, but but
Yeah.
they were
Yeah. Yeah.
their interpersonal relationships were pretty brutal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
The cops would the cops
Yeah.
would show up, because you got basically, you know, you got two emotional women, in the same house, both
Yeah.
trying to, and it's a power a power I can't talk, a power dichotomy.
Yeah.
That's just not sustainable. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, it was funny. I have a client I saw yesterday. Actually, she works for Teaks, and she was
Mm.
telling me about all the um, aid and stuff that they sent over to Florida with the hurricane. I didn't know that this hurricane was like 1 in a 500 year size. Anyway, they send people over there, but I was telling her about fucking the bastard factory and her claims. She's like, "Are you kidding me?" She's like, "What on your Facebook?" She's like, "We're friends on Facebook." There's nothing on your Facebook that says that. Like, yeah, I
Well,
don't know.
when you live on a peninsula, that's pretty much on par with sea level. You
Wait, say
know,
that again.
if you live on a peninsula, like Florida, it's hanging out in the ocean like a big old dick. You know, it's gonna get a little wet. You know,
A what?
it's gonna get a little wet. It's kind of like, what's that volcano over there by Africa that's getting ready to slide into the ocean? I forgot. It's the Canary Islands or something like that. There's a
Yeah.
fucking island over there in, by the Azores.
Uh huh.
And half of this island you can see where it's starting to crack. And when that sucker cracks and it slides into the ocean, it's
Yeah.
going to push a tsunami that's going to engulf Florida under
Yeah.
50, anywhere under 25 to 50 feet of water.
Yeah.
There's
Say
videos on it.
peninsula.
Yeah. That's what Florida is. It's like a big old peninsula. It's a peninsula.
Yeah. That's
Florida just
funny.
hangs out there like a big old dick in the Atlantic.
Yeah.
Then
Anyway,
you got
back to this
then you got the
crazy bitch.
taint states like Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana, and you got Texas, hanging there like a big old pair of balls.
Well,
And California's an asshole. That's where all the shit is.
back to this crazy bitch. See, I think she was crazy before. I mean, she's a lesbian feminist, so
Well, right after she did this experiment, it's kind of weird, and I think she did this on purpose. She fell into a project, investigating some kind of like mental hospital or something like that. She
right.
committed herself as a mental patient, to do an investigation,
Three,
on
three of them.
mental history and shit like that,
Yeah,
and or it's on the Wikipedia page. I don't have it in front of me,
yeah.
but I'm wondering if that has anything to do, with her experiment to be a man, because she said her experiment becoming a man, detrimentally affected her mental health.
2008. So she wrote her book in 2006. So that was after. Let's see. Her experiment was in the early 2000s, and yeah, 2008 is when about the three institutions. She criticized doctors who claimed were inapproachable, noting that too many relied on drugs and therapy while others addressed only the symptoms instead of their underlying causes. Pseudo patients and those who remained ill because of their lack of willingness to cooperate in their therapy.
I want to order her book. I want to give it a read.
I know. I was thinking about it. Which one are you going to do? The self-made man or the voluntary madness?
Oh, it's a self-made man. Joker was making some notes about it. He's read the book and he's encouraged others to check it out as well, because there's a lot of insight there, that might help, a lot of men in the community, you know. Um, maybe not all dudes are into that shit, but us who are into like deep research, it might give us some insight to share with others. So
Yeah, see,
yeah, I'm gonna get that book, give it a read.
I don't think she would have. She was pretty against trans. Let's see, an article for the Village Voice. She wrote, "Transsexuality signifies the death of oneself, the soul, and the good old-fashioned, indubitable I, so beloved of the French philosopher." See, she was a philosophy. She was a philosophy major.
I don't think she did any of her research out of spite, you know, to
Yeah,
prove one side is more correct than the other.
right.
It's kind of like the red pill movie. What was that Thought's name that made that movie? So anyway, some thought made this movie called The Red Pill.
Yeah,
You know, I think I've seen parts of it, and I don't want to watch any of that shit.
yeah,
I already know what the red pill is. Basically what I saw parts of it, and what it looked like to me is like women coming to terms, trying to figure out what the red pill was because they're, didn't understand it.
right,
You know, let me put it to you this way: the reason why a woman can't understand the red pill is because they thrive off the gynocentric plantation.
right,
They are the gynocentric plantation.
right,
You know, and when you're
right,
sitting in your own crap, you know, you can't see or smell your own crap because you're in it. You're covered in it. However, everybody walking around you, yeah, we can see and smell that crap. That you're all in. It's kind of like I'll have to freaking redo that video. I'll redo the. I'll have to make it shorter. I'll have to make it so where even a caveman can understand it. So where even a red pill rager can understand it, what the gynocentric landscape looks like.
yeah.
You know, because a lot of them just don't seem to grasp the concept of it. But yeah, I have charts and diagrams and pretty colors that help you help you guys understand this shit a lot better. So anyway,
Professor Bullets.
moving on. Moving on. Anyway, yeah, the gynocentric landscape. They can't see what it is. They can't see the markets and all the laws in the Duluth model, how everything coalesces. To women, they're just walking around. I'm just a girl. I don't know what's going on in the real world. You know. Meanwhile, us men, we're seeing the tsunami of fucking Duluth model and fucking woke shit, and hashtag kill all men shit coming at us.
Right.
Like, holy fuck, what is this? You know? So this lady, this Norah chick, what's her last name? Norah Vincent.
Vincent.
She got a taste of this.
Mm-hmm.
She got a taste of it. Probably when she went to that like fucking Red Pill Rager tribal powwow that they had that she went to. It's probably back then MRA MGTOW gathering.
Hmm.
Hammer sounds a lot like me. He probably stole a lot of my shit. So, just saying. But I'm thinking
One
like
of
she
these
even
days,
talked
we'll have a
about
complete episode without the sword fighting.
there was a rite of passage. There was a
Mm-hmm.
rite of passage thing that she had to go through, and it scared the shit out of her. And part of this rite of passage where they had you had to have somebody else cut you. I mean, not like try to like stab you to death or anything, but like I don't know, cut you on the arm, or cut you on the chest or whatever. It's kind of like rites of passage things that
Yeah.
young men do.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, just to like make a manly bond with your brothers and shit. And it's kind of like when you duke it out with your friends. Play fighting and shit.
Yeah.
We've all done it. You know, you never see no girls out in the street, out in the hood and shit, fucking, busting out fucking fists, and fucking like, doing man shit, putting each other through rites of passage, ragging on each other and shit. That's just what we do. That's how we express ourselves. You know, that's how we grow our bond. We rag on each other. Ever watch South
Mm-hmm.
Park? Everything you need to know about life is like in the first season of fucking South Park. So Yeah, and she freaked out on this. She just could. I mean, her female brain could not understand. What that means to a man or what men go through, and she admits it drove her crazy.
Yeah. Hello, John. How are you? Hey, Billy.
Yellow gentleman in the chat, Contriver, JR, Tim, Billy, Ghost, Iridium. Good to see y'all.
Yeah. Timothy.
Yeah, I saw this.
There's
I saw
When
this
Pigs
come
Fly.
up.
This guy's new.
What? Who?
I haven't seen this guy before. I don't know if he came over from John's channel.
Oh, Doge. You probably troll.
No, I think.
Man have privilege. Walks in man's shoes for 2 years, and later self deletes. Yep. Well, she did this back in like early 2000s, man. So she was around for a while. She was around still for over a decade. She did a bunch of go read her Wikipedia page, you know, unless Mandy wants to like read it out here. It talks about like, the last thing she did in her life, and then she went to Norway and went to a clinic, to self euthanize
Assisted
herself.
suicide.
Yeah, assisted euthanasia.
Yeah.
Something serious had to be wrong with her. She probably had some kind of cancer that was terminal, and she didn't want to like suffer through it. That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, wouldn't something
know?
like that have come out already? I'm pretty
Depends on
sure
her
the thing
family.
that was wrong with her was that she was a feminist. And she spent so much time immersed in that bullshit. I mean, she's
She
a
felt
lesbian.
guilt for being. She felt guilt for being a lesbian and a feminist, so she went and offed herself. Is that what
Hey,
you're saying, Mandy?
I wouldn't be surprised because guess what? Maybe she realized that those crazy bitches were literally the reason why the men were in the situation that they were in. And she probably figured out, much like I did, that they
Yeah, but it
created.
took her like what, like 14 years to figure this out?
I don't know.
14 years since the experiment? Because the experiment happened in the early 2000s,
Yeah,
early to
but
mid 2000s.
just think about how much activism that she was involved in her whole fucking life being a feminist. Like policies that she worked on pushing and how they fucked up society. I bet she figured that shit out.
I don't know. We may never know. It's interesting though that she left an interesting legacy behind with this book.
Yeah.
Which from the way Joker talks about it, it's pretty insightful. I'm definitely want to get a copy of it. And I really don't have anything to say on it until after I look at it. But I may bring this back up in the future.
Yeah.
But I saw this. I was watching these like little shorts, these YouTube shorts I got on, and I saw somebody talking about, Norah Vincent passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay. And I didn't know who the hell that was. And then started talking about this self-made man stuff. This woman that, experimented a lot her life as a man. And I remembered this, and I thought it was kind of strange. Okay, she committed suicide. And I remember her saying, during the interview that it was stressful. So I brought this to Mandy's attention. I'm like, we should talk about this, because I believe there's something there's something to this.
Mm-hmm.
There's something to this that, this could be, a heavy duty Moab against the feminist narrative.
Yeah.
There's a lot of truth in that. Who's the Doge? Who's the Doge dude?
You know what else I saw?
What's that?
Let me show you. I saw a
What's
clip of it on Instagram. This chick. Here she is.
What's that shit? Black like me?
Science.
It's a
Is
Communist
junk
Manifesto
science.
for black people.
I've never had a mental health professional on the stand that I didn't impeach. I haven't. Impeach, like show that they don't know what they're talking about or show maybe they're lying. Because it's junk science. Because this whole mindset where, girl, you can do better. Girl, you deserve better. You should leave. Therapists are saying the same thing.
Right?
These women go in and they say, I'm not happy and I don't know why. Well, in my experience, in reading through these transcripts, deposing them, they tell them why. You know why you're not happy? Because your husband doesn't respect you. He doesn't? He doesn't. He doesn't, does he? And all of a sudden, he's the bad guy.
Right?
No wonder you're on the verge of divorce. That therapist herself, by the way, has 4 divorces and lost custody of her own kids. FYI. The mental health profession is junk science.
Right? Ha 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 ha. I don't know who she is, but I'm gonna meet her.
So let me get this right.
Yeah.
Putting a roof over your head and food on the table doesn't make you happy?
Right?
The fuck?
Right.
I mean, look, women, American women, who have prospered, even other women who have prospered off of civilization. There are women in Africa right now that have to walk 5 miles and carry buckets of water on top of their fucking heads all the way back to their village just so they can have something to cook with and water to give to their kids. Okay? You
Right.
walk in the fucking kitchen and turn on the fucking tap. And I'm sorry, you're oppressed?
Right.
Maybe you're not oppressed enough.
See, that's what I'm saying. I'm still working on that secular version of Sharia law. Because you know what? Looking at all the bullshit that happens overseas, because I've had this theory for a while. Because, like Iran, for instance, right? And like a lot of the Muslim countries, they didn't used to be so dominating with their women. I feel like their domination of their women kind of increased as the Western domination of men by women fucking increased. I feel like it's compensatory a little bit.
Going with John makes a good point. Being Ned had worn Miss Vincent down. She left alienated and disassociated, and after the retreat, she checked herself into a hospital for depression.
Yeah.
New York Times. Yeah. Yeah, I think that probably, the thing about it is like this, men handle depression differently than women do.
Right.
We have to suck it up.
Right.
We don't have anybody to talk to. Like when there's no one, when you have nowhere to turn, who is the one person you turn to? Ask any of your brothers. No one. No one. Like when I'm really fucking depressed and disappointed, do I have anybody to turn to? No. I do now, but there have been times in my life. No, I haven't.
Right.
And a lot of men find ourselves in that position. That's why there's MGTOW, because too many of us were were offing themselves.
Yeah.
It had to stop. We needed to do something, so we came online and started these forums. And even in the process of all this red pill rage, we've lost hundreds of men. In the process, even by through shame and blame or whatnot, and a lot of the dudes, that didn't suit our narratives, didn't seem to fit in our cliques or cults. We dejected them, we ostracized them. Been there, done that. I was left to myself. I didn't have anybody to talk to. The only person I had to talk to at the time was Lori.
Right.
I was going through some shit back then, some heavy duty shit. Did any of my online brothers care? No, man, they're too busy fucking raging on the red pill, you know. So I just that's my observation. You know, I'm not saying MGTOW has been a, you know, a fucking wonderful experience. You know, it has its ups and downs. It has its good points and bad points. You know, it has its MGTOW has its positives and negatives. You know,
Yeah.
it's had just as many negatives on my life as it has positives. It's not a fucking cure. You know, like all these dudes that come on here and fucking try to turn it into an ideology or some kind of religion. You know, that's a lot of fucking weight to bear. You know, and I don't think any woman out there could fucking like understand it. You know,
Yeah.
any more. You know, and it's not like that. You know, I mean, you know, a woman could put her emotions on you too, and you have to carry those because it's in her nature to fix everything, to make everything better. You know, so we'll focus on their problems and try to make them happy and make them feel better. And hopefully by making them feel better, you know, we make ourselves feel better. But that's not always the case.
Mhm.
You know, we forget, you know, we forget our own happiness. You know, we as men forget to love ourselves. And I that's one thing that I'm pushing for, you know, with this mentorship thing and looking for positive mentors and talking about self-love, you know, because you know I'm at that point in my life, gentlemen. You know, I'm not going to ever have anybody in my life. You know, I'm going to. This is my life. This is how it's going to be for the rest of my days here on Earth. You know,
Right.
so I have to like look inward. You know, and put myself first before everything else. Put you know all my love into myself because nobody else is going to do that. No matter how much love, you know, and I give to somebody else, you know, the this society isn't geared for that. They look at it as a sign of weakness when I rip out my heart from my chest and I hand it to another person, you know, and they take it from me and throw it in a blender, you know, and make a fucking bloody Mary out of it, you know, like I just have this fucking empty hole there now, you know, when it comes to this shit as MGTOW. And I know a lot of dudes out there can fucking relate, you know, some, you know, can't. Everybody's got their own path they're going on. But don't forget the most important person in your life is the person you see in the morning. You know, don't put anybody else ahead of you. Ever, 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 ever. So anyway, I think I pretty much touched what I wanted to touch on that. But yeah, for a woman to handle this kind of stress, you know, my friend Lori, her mother had some kind of nervous disorder, some kind of disease, and it's called Huntington's disease, and it degradates really slow. It starts to eat at the nervous system, you know, and it's horrifying. You know, look up Huntington's disease. There's videos on it and stuff. People that have to suffer through this, you know, and eventually, you know, they wind up in wheelchairs with uncontrollable twitching actions and stuff. They can't control their nervous system. It's like Parkinson's disease on super steroids, you know. So she she had to handle that stress, you know, taking care of her mother and watching her die, you know, and live through that. And now her cousin's going through it too. So I mean, she can relate to a lot of the shit that I was going through at the time. I guess that's probably why me and her kind of clicked, you know, because after I told her that I was doing in-home healthcare, you
Yeah.
know, we kind of like fell into that click, you know, because she could relate to what I was going through. And hell, no MGTOW could fucking relate to what I was going through at that time. No MGTOW fucking ever stepped up. Hey, brother Bullets, you know, how you doing, man? How's things going in your personal life? You doing all right? Are you doing okay? You know, anything you want to talk about? No, never got that from anybody. No, fuck no. No, 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 no. I got that from a fucking I got that from a woman. Okay. So the only person that could fucking relate, because who understood at the time what the fuck I was going through. So, yeah, MGTOW is not this fucking, clique that you're going to come into and it's going to solve all your fucking problems. It could actually make them worse if you allow it to, you know. So be careful of your mentors, and who you associate with. Choose those wisely, or you wind up losing your fucking mind like this thought. So did you have something you wanted to play or?
Oh no, I just played that. No, I was just gonna yeah, Doge. Last time you were here and you were fucking with Iridium Kush in a very disrespectful way, it made me kind of wonder if you weren't celibate Scorp thought. Just because of like the passive aggressiveness. Now, I didn't see what got you timed out this time, but
No, man, if you're here to cause problems, get the fuck out of here. Just leave. If you're here to start shit, cause shit, just leave.
well,
Go away. No hard feelings, bro. Don't go away, man. Just go away.
but that's the thing. I'm assuming we'll just say
I don't know.
It
I don't know.
never
Never
started
heard.
shit before until Iridium Kush, but Iridium Kush had just been harshly criticizing the Scorp thought. So
I don't know. Doge looks kind of trollish to me. As in Dogecoin. It looks like a troll account, Doge. Unless you're like into fucking Bitcoin, Doge meme. Whatever.
well, like she's into that shit. So
Yeah, it's probably
that's why I
it.
was like, seems a bit Scorp thoughty.
Yeah. I've been fighting a head cold all day.
I hear it, Bullets.
Yeah, I'm whooping its ass.
It sounds like it.
Yeah. makes my voice deep. No, I got this shit the other day, man. I felt like came on like a sinus attack.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was cleaning and shit, doing a lot of dusting. I figured that's what it was from. Then all of a sudden, I wake up with the snotties and a sore throat. I'm like, nope, I went and got me some lime juice, poured that shit down my nostrils, killed that shit.
Oh, no.
Fuck that. Gargled me some apple cider vinegar and shit. Poured me a big cup of like apple cider vinegar. I just had a big bowl of fucking ramen with apple cider vinegar and shit in it.
It.
And some fucking jalapeno. Yeah, dude, I fucking boiled that shit up and cooked that shit up my skull. Yeah. Ain't no fucking bug gonna take down bullets. Yeah, so kind of like, when I was talking to Manny about this, bring this to her attention. I all of a sudden I can see she starts, them fags started salivating. All right, get the tearing some feminist ass. But it's just not that, I was kind of like thinking to myself, I have a lot of respect for Miss Vincent for doing what she did, for trying to do what she did. I mean, you got to have some breastosticles, to try to do what she did. I don't know any other women that could fill those shoes that Ned filled, but I think, she was a brother for like, as long as the experiment lasted, and to pay homage to brother Ned, I think, it's cool, to give old Ned a nod there, and a salute, pour one out for Ned, for trying to bring this shit to the forefront, trying to expose what was going on, that possibly could help both men and women in the long run. Let's not forget, our brother Ned, you know, manifested by Norah Vincent, who's a superb actress, by the way. She fooled a lot of dudes thinking that she was a brother. So, but to give that insight, I think is invaluable. No matter what you might think, I think because nobody else did that.
Right.
Nobody else has done that since.
Right.
Nobody else. We may never see anybody try to attempt this again. After seeing what Miss Vincent went through. So salute to your brother Ned.
You know what? I was just thinking about you, Giga Chad, because you know what? You and Doe showed up around the same time. And you're hardly ever here. Very randomly.
What the fuck do you care, Giga? What are you simping for Doge for?
See, I don't know. Giga Chad has made many, many, many comments, though. It's never been on the panel.
Yeah. I don't care.
Yeah. Well, Scorp Thought was boasting about
if you come in
having a wrench on my channel. So
it's like the angler attack.
Yeah.
When you come in with stupid questions that are fucking obvious, but yet you're too fucking dumb to figure out the answer for yourself, you're obviously a fucking troll.
Right.
And if I see you pull that shit over my channel, I'm just gonna fucking kick you. I'm not gonna confront you. I'm not gonna warn you. I did it the other day. Maddie come in on my bottom comments with his fucking snide remarks. Fuck you, dude. Get off my channel. Bye.
Felicia.
Stay in your own fucking lane. Don't come over harassing my people, man. We're trying to have fucking, logical, reasonable, logical fucking conversations over here.
Yeah.
Friendly debates, friendly conversations. We're not here to fucking, have some kind of fucking octagon fucking battle. Go over to True Blood's channel if you want that shit. He'll be more than happy to entertain your ass over there with this octagon bullshit. With this fucking chat war bullshit. Fuck that. Trying to pay honors to our brother Ned here, who just offed herself.
Right. By the way,
I mean,
hello,
she
King Tiger.
literally. Good morning, ma. It is. What
Yeah,
is
I
the
saw
time
that,
over
JR.
here?
Fuck that dude, man.
Six
I've heard
30.
he's working things out on his own. Good for him. Good for him. Like I said, it doesn't have to be me. It could always be somebody else. I hope you find it. It's just like, trying to, I'm just sharing my experience, so that way, you could share it with your own, who knows, in the future, you're like, you know what? Bullet said something about this before, this just seems like something similar that I'm starting to go through,
I heard him quote you actually during his discussion with Lazarus. It took Lazarus about an hour
Lazarus,
and some change to get to the point where you've been making. He's like, man, so I don't want to have to say this because this guy's an asshole, but you can't save them all. I was like, oh, that was a Bullets quote.
Well, yeah, I'm an
It's
asshole.
like the asshole will love it.
I admit to being an asshole, but I'm
Right.
your kind of asshole.
I know.
That's it.
Well, and Lazarus did a really, really damn good job of like that was probably the best conversation that I've heard in a long time. I mean, he could probably be a therapist at this point. Like that conversation, I think, was
Lazarus
exactly
way back in the day.
what Angler
We know
needed.
Lazarus from 2015. And
Yeah,
Thank you,
yeah.
the
driver.
thing
Uh,
is,
uh,
when
I'm.
I
Hold on,
yeah,
gentlemen. I'm talking about the conversation that just happened. I
oh
don't
yeah,
care much about, but he pretty much
Go ahead.
reiterated everything that we've been talking about. So I care more about the message. I mean,
yes,
his way of delivering it was, I think, exactly what Angler needed to hear at the moment. He even told him straight up, like, because Angler's been on this trip about meeting people where they are and, all this stuff. And Lazarus is pretty much like, that's toxic. Like, you have to go there to meet them. He's like, no, it's like toxic. Like, find somebody that wants to do that. I mean, it was a really good conversation. I listened to it twice, actually. It was so damn good. So,
well, I listened to your interview with Gone with John twice actually.
right?
So that the thing is, you are blowing up, not blowing up in the wrong sense or any double meaning word, but literally as someone who is very much revered in the MGTOW realm, shall I say. Let's put it this way.
Okay.
So the problem is, this is my early morning voice,
Now
by
quit
the way.
sucking up, you simp.
No, I'm just, enamored by all the love this channel is getting, and I mean, this shall be the day that we would be hosting some other prominent gentlemen like Mr. Bullets on this channel. But the point being is this: we would still would agree to disagree with each other
I know.
and go
I know.
home quietly because we are all friends.
Yeah.
And I mean, salute to you, my brother. Press F for respect for this jawline of a Giga Chad over here who brought
Are
himself.
you talking about Ned?
And no, I'm talking about this Dick Van Dyke. This Dick Van Dyke, Ned, our boy. So press F for respect,
Mm.
everyone in the chat.
Mm-mm. No, because he was. I mean, it was kind of in bits and pieces. He pretty much ended that because he was like, "Yeah, like that's some stuff that I used to. I've already been there. I don't want to go there again, and I have to go there to where a toxic relationship to meet them where they are. Like, yeah, it wasn't because Angler's all about meeting people where they are, right? And I've been like, okay, Angler, why don't you be that guy instead of fucking trying to force everybody else to be that guy? Why don't you start streaming? Why doesn't that be your contribution? You want to give MGTOW back so much because you think you owe whatever? Like, why don't you do it instead of trying to make other people do it? And he
I would
won't
tell
take
you
that
why.
step.
I would tell you why. Because the problem is most people don't have a StreamYard link account. They don't know how to operate it. And even if they do, they don't want to pay exorbitant amount of money for YouTube Premium as well as this StreamYard account,
No,
which
I
you
ain't
pay.
giving up. I ain't giving no damn money. They want 250 bucks over at StreamYard
Well,
up
she's
front.
giving.
I'm like,
Good Mother
no,
is
I'm not gonna
giving.
be here that long. You know?
Yeah. I think I have the $25 a month plan thing.
Is that what it is? Pay
Yeah.
by the month.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought they want it all up front.
Mm-mm. I mean, I think you can do like a bulk payment. No, because I'm like, I don't know how long I'm going to be doing this either. I mean, I've been just keeping it around in case anybody else wanted to stream Contriver,
Yes,
Ryan,
yes.
Emmanuel, all the other fuckers that have the login info.
Yeah,
Well,
there's
I'm
no
willing to
money on
stream.
YouTube anymore. There's no money on YouTube like there used to be. I mean, if you're coming on YouTube, with a business model, let me put it to you this way.
Yeah,
Back
I'm not.
back in January 2019, Susan Wojcicki came out to the board of Alphabet Incorporated and basically told them, reported that YouTube experienced $300 billion in market share loss. $300 billion. Now, for the layperson who doesn't understand markets and how that works, basically the market share of whatever YouTube was valued at just fucking cratered. If I heard that, if I was a YouTube investor at that time, I would have been throwing stock, trying to sell it as quickly as I possibly could. You know, even today, people that are still holding on to that stock are basically holding shit in their literal piles of shit in their hand.
Right.
YouTube's revenue is less than $500 million a year or per quarter, and it's so fucking bad that the returns are so fucking bad. They have to bury it in their Google Cloud services before they release the numbers to their investors. YouTube stopped releasing numbers back in 2019. You know, there's no there. I mean, all this ad revenue and shit, that YouTube's making its money off of and stuff. It's just money for them. All the super chats you give, on this. I mean, remember 30% of that goes straight to YouTube. So that way they can pay their people to delete your fucking channels. And
Right.
it's a clusterfuck here.
Right. I'm on YouTube because this is like the hill I'm dying on, though. This is the best. This is the best place. This is the most.
It's the
It's
most popular. It's the most used worldwide. Which is
mo-
stupid.
most used
Putting
worldwide, but
all your eggs in one
it's the
basket.
most diverse as far as if there's anything you want to do, like a do-it-yourself type anything or anything like that, anything you want to fucking learn, you can find it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like as far as education goes and that kind of stuff, like there's nothing like it, and it's the second most popular
Oh, it's a
search engine.
literal modern day Library of Alexandria.
Yeah,
But it's
and I'm not
also,
willing to burn it down.
yeah, part of it's already, on fire.
I know. It's because the
Yeah,
crazy bitches are running around with their lighters.
I know. It's like it's too easy for people to be able to complain about your channel and get your fucking channel deleted off of YouTube. That's
Right?
just fucking stupid.
It is.
It's just stupid. And there are people who's they're so pathetic. The most pathetic of people go around, making their daily mission to destroy other people's channels, to get them censored, to get them blocked, to
Right?
report them. You might as well be a fucking communist. You're a commie. You're a
Right.
fucking Marxist communist shill, who's not even worth the fucking skin suit you're wearing. You're a sack of shit wearing a skin suit.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
I've been
something
looking
else
at
during that discussion that Lazarus was. He pretty much took the time to explain like what happened to the OGs, what his point of view was. He talked a lot about the infighting, and he said it wasn't just the feminists that were flagging channels. A lot of guys were doing it to each other too. Like he's pretty much talking about all the realities of the YouTube. They brought up that Miss Elite fucking bullshit because she's been fucking with Angler for a while, and then she got these other guys in on it. Like I kind of touched on that a little bit, but yeah, all this shit is due to crazy bitches starting shit. I'm sorry,
There
men.
is
I don't think
always one.
men naturally do that.
I mean, unless and until it is a do or die sort of a situation, men don't do that.
Right.
I'm
Literally
curious.
speaking.
I'm curious to know why brother Ned here didn't get an honorable mention on any mainstream news media.
I could hardly find anything on that. Actually,
Same here.
I here, I'll show you. Because I went through and I searched in the YouTube. I mean, I didn't check any other platform. But
Well, I got to see the Wikipedia page and Joker's video. And his
these
take
are all
on
the ones that I found. Crimson Cure did one too.
it.
Mankey, the Raymond Isaac podcast. Romanian TV, Sandman did one. Book TV did one. The Gents did one. Replicant Fish, Better Bachelor, and then this.
A replicant
This-
fish.
Sadman did one.
Yeah,
Romanian TV did one. Raymond Isaiah podcast did one.
yeah.
Monkey self-made man. Monkey. Oh,
Mankey.
okay.
And
Okay,
Crimson
Mankey.
Cure did one.
Chandrasekhar also did one.
Who?
Chandrasekhar
There's
is on the top.
articles here
Of
from
Oh, yeah.
it is
That's the
it
top.
is an it is Chandrasekhar is, by the way, an Indian name. So
The top one here?
Chandrasekhar, yes,
Okay.
Chandrasekhar. It is pronounced as Chandrasekhar.
Okay.
So that is how you say it.
wow.
Wait,
The only
Contriver.
Yeah,
Will you say Peninsula?
Peninsula.
See?
there's a zombie movie called Peninsula from the director of Train to Busan. It's good.
Well, Train to Busan. Yes, it was a good zombie movie, and
Yeah,
actually, Peninsula is
check out
something like,
Peninsula. It's crazy, dude.
we call it as Arabian Peninsula, Arabian Sea, Indian Peninsula. We all say
Right.
it. Yeah.
So I'm looking
Yeah.
here on search. All I see
Actually, by the
is
way,
New York Times.
Sunkiss is talking to that crazy bitch tomorrow morning.
Good for
Early.
her.
Oh, she's talking right now as we
Oh,
speak.
to Miss Elite? No.
Yes, yes.
The
They are
only
live
the-
streaming. Before I came on your channel, I was lurking around the YouTube. So I got to know that Miss Sunkiss, because I have subscribed to her. So it was live streaming and she had Miss Elite on. Whatever her deal.
Uh-uh.
Yes, there were 5
okay.
people also watching.
Okay.
You get off topic.
Yeah.
The only people or news outlets that I'm seeing here on search
Mhm.
is the New York Times, NPR, book page, legacy.com, and Buffalo News, mentioning her death, reporting her death as early as August 18th.
Right.
EV Magazine. That's it.
New York Times,
Just
EV Magazine, Twitter.
not even the hardcore pro-feminist news media, not even salon.com.
Why would they?
Doesn't
I
look like
mean,
they said
one of
anything.
their experiments actually failed, so that is why. I mean, you don't publish your failed experiments, do you?
Well, I wouldn't know.
I know what group of people generally does, and they idolize them. I can say it though.
If it would had been the other way around,
No,
and she would had been,
no, you're missing my point.
yes,
The reason why I'm pointing this out is that she's not being mentioned is because they never fucking cared to begin with.
Right.
This was meant to be, her mission was meant to be a missile, as a point of attack, you know. But I think it's kind of like, I think that's the way she went in. She went in expecting to encounter, bunch of racist bigots and assholes, and all the bad talking points that the Democrats, say about, how toxic white men are, or men are in general. And
Yeah.
she was just shocked by the total opposite of that. Everything that they were saying, all the gaslighting that she's been fed, just, blew back in her face, and it was all bullshit, And I think Brother Ned, I mean, hate women all you fucking want, hate feminists all you want, but Brother Ned
was one of us.
brought well, yeah, that's what it was. What it's kind of like, a woman coming in here trying to experiment. Okay, what's it like to be a MGTOW? You know, say like there may be one among us right now. You don't know. You know,
Yes.
they may be pretending like they're dude. I mean, it could say it's a Poseidon MGTOW, but you don't know who you're talking to on the other side of the screen. Just
I
Right.
mean,
using
look
you
at
as
the
an example for a
jawline.
second.
Just look at the jawline. She is definitely a man. It is just that she has done permanent
Well,
laser
she's
hair removal.
6'4". She's a tall woman.
Yeah.
She was 6'4".
Oh yeah,
I
she's a
think I
stout
think she
woman.
said she was 6'4",
Jeez.
but she was rather tall for a woman. She wasn't like short or anything. You know, and she dated for a while too. You know, but there's a lot of things that brother Ned brought to light. You know, that just blows the shit out of women's narratives. Are you guys getting the point yet?
Yeah.
The gift she's given you is a literal weapon against feminism. And it
Well, this
blew up.
says ABC on it. Like this was on the mainstream media.
Right.
Well,
I,
when she
Her
actually,
expectations, her feminist upbringing, her feminist lesbian expectations blew up in her face, and she was made to eat crow. Ned, her alter ego, made her eat her own shit. Does
pop,
anybody get this yet? Does anybody get where I'm coming from with this yet?
oh yeah, surely, surely.
Yeah.
Good mother, scroll upwards, not downwards, upwards. Pause. Hold up. Oh,
Yeah, Poseidon, I remember you, brother.
just a second. Scroll upwards. No, down. But just wait. El experimento de Nora Vincent contra la ideology. And this is a verified channel with 489K.
oh, this
It
one.
is in Spanish.
Oh,
So,
I'm like
so,
looking over here, like, what the hell are you reading,
It's
driver?
not
so,
Taco
just,
Tuesday yet.
Right?
just, no, it is Mohavo Monday.
We're talking about
Forget
Norah
it.
Vincent.
Yeah, I'm talking about that chap as well. What I'm trying to say is, on 4 years ago, it had 489K views. Meaning, lest we forget, MGTOW is a very big deal in Puro Latina countries, South and
Oh yeah,
Central
dude.
America as
Oh,
well.
absolutely.
Barbarossa was a Latino.
No, oh, bro, I know. Fucking dude. We got MGTOW in fucking Ukraine, bro. We got
Yes,
MGTOW in Russia.
yes.
We have
Igor
MGTOW in
was one of
fucking
them.
China.
Yeah.
We have
Hey,
them in,
guess
you
guess
name
where
it.
MGTOW? There is
Nigeria,
no need for MGTOW. North Korea.
Ivory Coast. Well, except North Korea, we don't hear from those guys.
Well, they don't have feminism either, though.
Right.
They're like
Just
the only
just
country
saying.
safe.
Yeah, man, we're all over. I mean, I've talked to MGTOW from all over the world.
Yeah.
You
I'm
know,
from India.
from fucking Asia, fucking Vietnam, Australia, shit, man, everywhere. We got brothers everywhere. Everybody
Oh,
understands.
by the way, did you people hear the good news coming out
What?
of India?
No.
Oh, let me give you the article.
Bullets.
No, man, don't be reading the long ass articles and shit right now. We're talking about Norah Vincent.
No,
We're
no, no,
we're
no.
trying to
This
like to pay. I'm trying to pay respects to brother Ned. For
no.
blowing up the fucking feminist narrative against about men,
We gotta
because this
celebrate
is
with
a
an article.
yeah. Don't you do this on the interview tomorrow either? Because I know how you like to. I remember that time we were doing that Sunday stream. In like 45 minutes, he's reading this article. 45
Well,
minutes.
because I
He's
wouldn't
like, let
read
me
it
finish the
otherwise unless
article,
you
please.
read
I'm
it.
like, dude. I mean, like, if I wanted to
See?
watch the news, I'd watch the
Women
news.
shouldn't be women should be listening to men for the education. So I don't
No
fuck with the
shit.
articles. I just pay attention to what people say and behave like. So Contriver
I don't
knows
want
that.
I don't want
So
to
he
hear.
relays information that's impertinent to my work.
No, give me your opinion of the article. You don't have to read me the article.
See,
Oh
I want
no,
to hear it.
the thing is, it
Yeah.
provides much more legitimacy
Yeah.
if you actually provide the article as well. So I'm just saying for legitimacy of our audience, so they would not hear the thing as if we are doing a disservice to them
Right. Because
regarding that.
these people are always like, oh, what's your source? Where's that
So
cited?
Well, that's why you
exactly.
provide links.
Yeah.
That's what links are for. So
Well,
people
I'm
can do
providing
their
a
own
link,
research.
by the way.
It's kind of like, everybody asks me, well, what's this? Where, where's your evidence? Where's that? Links in the description, bro.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
good mother, could you click on this on your part and actually share this
Well,
in the private chat?
oh, yeah. Copy.
So, gents, listen to this because
Oh,
this is
I think it's
this
too
is a
big.
nuclear. I mean, you just have to open it on a new window, a new tab, I think.
Oh, share it on the screen.
Yes, sharing it on a screen.
Is this about Norah Vincent?
Oh no, it is not about our brother net, but you know, we are, shall we say, breaking the glass ceiling over here.
Well, that's what I wanted to talk about. Ned here.
Just a second, I'm veering back to Ned as well. But the thing is, before breaking the glass ceiling, also needs to be included in this, with your permission, sir.
What is it?
The thing is, in India, marital rape is being made and can be treated as quote unquote rape in the very letter and spirit of the word rape in the Indian Penal Code, which was earlier the case.
Okay, so let me get this right. In India, having
Yes,
sex with your wife can be considered rape.
yes. If she does not give
Okay.
consent to
So
it,
what do you call when your wife refuses to have sex with you?
Right.
rape.
No, 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 no. No. What do you call when your wife, you want to have sex with your wife, refuses to have sex with you? What do you call that?
Contriver's like, you take it
Hashtag my
anyway.
choice. Hashtag my choice.
No, here in Texas we call it an annulment
Mm,
Yes, annulment of
because your
marriage.
wife is obligated to provide for you in sickness and in health. And
right.
sexual health is a product of that.
Yes, but the thing
I
is,
know a
you.
dude
Yes, the
I know
thing
a
is,
dude here in Texas who divorced his wife because she refused to perform fellatio on him. And he got under his annulment. Didn't have to pay her shit. Kept the house and everything. She hit the
yes.
bricks. That's a fat
Well,
jack.
could anyone read aloud the article? It is very short, so you know people would come to know the gist of it.
I'm too
Good
sick
mother,
to read,
please
dude.
do the honors.
I'll read it.
Oh, sure.
Let's see. Forceful
From
pregnancy of a married woman can be treated as marital rape for the purpose of abortion. The Supreme Court ruled on Thursday as it delivered a landmark ruling on women's reproductive rights and bodily autonomy. Married women may also form part of a class of rape survivors. Rape means sexual intercourse without consent, and intimate partner violence is a reality. In this case, also women may get forcefully pregnant, said the bench, headed by Justice. How do you say that? Done. I'm not even gonna.
Dhananjay Y.
You
Chandrachud.
know what? Never once in my fucking life have I ever, with any of the women that I've been in a relationship, did I walk up to them and ask, "May I please have some pussy?"
Right.
Okay. I don't
Right.
ask for pussy. If I'm in a relationship with a woman, it's pretty much consensual that I'm going to take the pussy.
Holding that the term rape under the Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act will include pregnancy due to forcible sex by husbands. Any pregnancy alleged to be caused by force by a pregnant woman is rape, it said. The bench, which also includes Justice A.S. I'm not going to read that.
Bopanna and J.S. Pardiwala.
Pardiwala. Okay. Also interpreted the MTP Act to declare that even an unmarried woman will be allowed to go for an abortion up to 24 weeks on par with a married woman. The existing provisions in the Act do not allow a single woman to go for an abortion after 20 weeks, while divorcees, widows, and some other categories of women are allowed termination of pregnancy up to 24 weeks on account of mental anguish and some other hardship. Law cannot create such artificial classifications based on narrow grounds. The decision to carry a pregnancy to full term or to abort it lies in reproductive autonomy of a woman, which is rooted in bodily autonomy. Depriving her of this right will be an affront to woman's right to dignity, said the bench. The court was hearing a petition of a 25-year-old single woman whose plea for termination of her 24-week pregnancy was denied by the Delhi High Court, which suggests she rather give up the child for adoption. On July 21st, the top court allowed the woman to go ahead, provided a medical board certifies that there's no threat to her life from the abortion. On that day, the bench also decided to examine the scope of the NTP Act and the rules under the law that differentiates between married and unmarried women. The Union Health Ministry defended the legal regime, arguing extensive discussions were held before drafting the NTP Act and the rules, which eventually kept the separated and single woman out of the category, in which abortion up to 24 weeks were allowed. Well, the law made no distinction between married
break
and
time. Break time. Time out. How long
yeah,
is this article?
Contriver, how long is this? You said short. Oh, it is. It's almost
Okay.
done.
This
Okay.
has been going on for 5 minutes.
Hold on. It's almost over. Well, the law made no distinction between between married and unmarried women for termination of pregnancy up to 20 weeks. The center contended only certain identified categories of vulnerable women, such as rape survivors, minors, and mentally infirm. Kind of like that. Women were included in the legal classification for abortion up to 24 weeks. Last one. In its July 21st order, the court criticized the Delhi High Court for taking an unduly restrictive view on denying the women the right to abort. There is no basis to deny unmarried women the right to medically terminate the pregnancy when the same choice is available to other categories of women. A woman's right to reproductive choice is an inseparable part of her personal liberty under the Article 21 of the Constitution. She has the sacrosanct right to bodily integrity, underline the bench. Denying an unmarried woman
Good
the
for
right
you.
denying an unmarried woman the right to a safe abortion violates her personal autonomy and freedom, the court added in the previous order, allowing the woman to terminate her pregnancy at 24 weeks, and the medical opinion finds it safe.
Are we done?
Last line. Citing Section 3BC of the 2003 MTP rules, which allows women to undergo a change of marital status during the ongoing pregnancy by the way of widowhood or divorce to undergo termination of pregnancy. The top court held the expression change in marital status should be given a purpose interpretation to bring within its fold situations involving single women too. So they're saying women were getting married to have abortions? Am I reading that right?
Yes.
Because married women can have abortions, single women
That doesn't make any sense.
right? Feminism.
You get married to establish a family and build
Right.
legacy, not to fucking have
Right.
abortions.
Right.
Yes, Mr. Giga Chad, you are quite right.
Yeah, that's weird. What?
So you can start a family with a woman, have many kids, and still get accused of rape, despite multiple previous instances of consensual sex with the
Right.
same person. Wow, super logical. Yep.
All right, back to Brother Ned.
Well,
Back to Brother Ned.
I'm
'Cause
glad I don't
she-
fucking live in India, for one. I mean, it's a nice place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there.
Imagine the
tigers
hellhole
there.
I came from.
Hey, Contriver, you ever been chased by a tiger?
Yes, I have been chased by a leopard. My father
Right.
threw a leopard at me.
What?
Yeah. It
Wait.
is India. They are everywhere.
He threw a leopard at you?
Yeah.
There's like a lot of these videos and shit I see, like like especially on like the animal channels. They'll have like these shorts and shit. These fucking dudes riding a motorcycle down the road, and all of a sudden this fucking tiger comes out at full speed trying to get.
Yeah, that happens quite.
Run, Contriver, run, man, gun it.
No, there actually came a leopard. I was a little child, and we were going through a road journey in the middle of a night, and the wildlife sanctuary is as such. The road is built in between, so you could move in between the wildlife sanctuary, and lions used to come up, tigers used to come up, deers used to come up, black buck as they call them, and the deers with the horns, the great horns, and some sort of creatures like leopards also used to come up.
Oh, I found it. Is this it? Stand by. I think I found it. Yeah, this is nuts. Yeah, this is on Daily Dose of Internet.
I don't see Miss Elite on Sun's panel today. I know Sexy Red was over there.
I
Actually,
don't know.
she got a strike too today.
Okay.
That's nuts.
She wasn't on my crazy bitch list. She was on the list of female channels I fucking supported. But after some shit she pulled today.
Good mother.
Yeah.
Bullets, Mr. Bullets actually shared a video on private chat, YouTube link.
Yeah, check that out, man. You'll blow your mind.
Okay, so are we done with Brother Ned for now?
I don't know. Are we? Did we touch everything? I don't know. We got sidetracked, so I guess we are.
Now we're talking about big cats.
Hello, everyone. This is your daily dose of internet. These guys were on a motorcycle when a tiger started chasing after them.
That's India right there, man.
Yes.
You be cruising
This
along.
guy decided to fill up an entire backpack with mayonnaise to see what would happen.
I think that's good because when we do the draw string, it's
Mayonnaise?
gonna squeeze it a little bit.
You can stop it there. It's just a
Make
tiger
sure when you
level
have your
for you.
mayonnaise in your backpack, you smooth it over. You ready?
Oh yeah, donut.
Okay.
Mayonnaise.
Here we go.
Oh God! I was gonna say, what the hell? What
That's
is he
Donut
doing?
Operator. You don't know who
What?
Donut Operator is?
No.
Oh man, shit! You know, you noob. I need to get you hooked on some donut operator. He's a former police officer, and he does commentary. You know, really funny commentary over police videos and stuff.
Ugh.
Dude's based. Part of the gun culture channels and shit on YouTube.
Mm.
Yeah, donut operator's awesome. Yeah, Billy knows donut operator. Can't believe you
I
don't know who
know.
donut operator is.
I
Hang on, I'm gonna
I
drop
know.
you the link to donut operator, Mandy, and you're gonna sub to donut.
But the thing is,
You'll learn something and have fun while you do it.
Does he? Do they teach anything about crazy bitches? Or
On occasion, yes. On
hello,
occasion,
Smith.
he does the you know, every now and then he'll do the crazy bitch thing. There it is for the chat. And here it is in the private. Here. Yeah. If you're not subbed to Donut Operator, go sub to that guy, man. He's fucking hilarious.
the only channel I used to observe was Iraq Veteran 8888 regarding guns.
Okay, so I guess we're gonna lay Brother Ned to rest. You know,
For tonight.
So, yeah. I guess unless anybody else has got anything that they want to add, you know, about Sarah Vincent's Norah Vincent. I can't say her name right. Norah Vincent, aka Brother Ned. You know, who passed away by assisted suicide.
Actually, Mr. Giga Chad wanted us to highlight this comment, so I'll just read it. Play as a female in an MMO and compare with playing as male in MMO. What is MMO, by the way?
I
Not
don't
quite
know.
the same. Not quite the same degree
Massive
as Nets.
multiplayer or online game or something like that.
Okay, okay.
Multi,
But when
what
you
is it,
play,
guys? Multi, shit. Massive multiplayer online game or something.
okay,
I can't remember what it means.
okay. So not quite the same degree as Net's experiment, but when you play as female in MMO, you get free stuff and people are much nicer. Oh, it is just like a Ready Player One or some game like that. A movie that was made by Steven Spielberg or James Cameron very recently. And then Giga Chad adds, I
Timothy.
got free gold in I got free gold in World of Warcraft and lots of help when I played as a female character, but on my male character, not as much help. Well,
Mm.
that's true. And Mr. Timothy, she proved that the shallow end of the gene pool is self cleaning. Well said.
Man, I wish it was in the fucking hood culture. It's not so self cleaning. It's not as self cleaning where I'd like it to be. I'd trade this one for any grill face bastard factory any day of the week.
Well, I think, you know, Brother Ned was kind of like, you know, the sacrificial lamb to bring things to light that needed to be brought to light. You know, if you watch A Better Bachelor, go watch Joker's video of it. He puts it in an insight, you know, that most people won't understand. Those who gloss over it will just gloss over it. You know, Joker goes into it a little bit more deeper on the emotional aspects of it. You know, how men deal with emotions and stuff like this. I remember Zek talking about, you know, that he's emotional, you know, and he encourages other men to be emotional and to react to their emotions. I don't believe that. Joker doesn't believe that either. And this goes and Joker talks about that in that subject matter. And I agree with what a lot Joker is saying when he's talking about that. There's certain things, men, we don't show our emotions. We're not supposed to. We're not allowed to. You know, we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be the strong alpha ape. Me want banana, me take banana. Me take poo, me take poo. You know, me beat chest, me throw poo. That's what we do. Okay, me no have feelings. Me no feel sorry for you. Me alpha ape. You know what I mean? We're not allowed to. We have to keep this suit of armor on us at all times. Okay, that shit can be heavy for a lot of dudes. Some can't handle it. Some feel they don't need to wear it and shit. They need to expose themselves and expose their emotions. They've been manipulated into that, and it makes them
Right.
weaker men.
Right.
Ned brings a lot of that to light. Norah Vincent's character Ned, when brought a lot of that to light. I could honestly I'd be interested to see this turn into a movie or something like that.
Men are suffering. They
just to see, just to get like a Joker style documentary insight into it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm coming from? When somebody puts on a different persona, something different from who they are, then tries to fake it in that world, fake it to make it in that world, and in so doing destroys themselves. It's no different than what, Joaquin Phoenix character, did in the movie The Joker. I'm interested to see how they're going to do that in a sequel. I hope it doesn't suck, because the fucking first one was awesome. But anyway, I digress.
Well, I want to play this part one. This is from a smaller channel called Man Key. And there's 2 parts. I just left the link to part 1. It's 11 minutes long.
Well,
give it a play.
I would break it up so that way you don't get strikes or anything. If you're playing copyrighted material,
I don't know if
play
it's
it for
copyrighted.
about a minute and a half. Stop it. We'll talk for a minute or two. And then we'll just get through it. Unless you want to risk
it'll
strikes,
let me
it's up to
know. It'll let me know if it's copyrighted, because it will put my stream on pause if I play it too
okay.
long. Now, if it's not
Okay.
copyrighted, they'll have the choice whether to block it or receive analytics about what goes on this channel later. But we'll see. We'll see if it's copyrighted.
have different problems than women have, but they don't have it better. They need our sympathy, they need our love, and they need each other more than anything else. They need to be together.
Do you think women understand what it's like to be a man?
Not at all. No clue.
Norah,
No
our
idea.
happy she is a she. The irony is not lost on Norah that it took a trip into manhood to help her appreciate her own femininity.
I'm so much closer to myself than I ever was, that I really like me. I really like being me, and I really like being a woman.
Did you like being a woman before, Ned?
I did, but I like it more now because I think it's more of a privilege.
That's perfect right there. That's awesome like that. Nice.
Male privilege in the modern era is a myth. In 2020, it was found that 70% of homeless individuals
That's a
were men.
privilege.
Men are 4 times more likely to commit deletion than women. Men make up 80% of all the murder victims worldwide. Men make up just over half of the workforce, and yet they make up 90% of workplace fatalities.
Right.
Like Norah was saying, men are in pain, and postmodern feminism refuses to acknowledge their suffering. It's unfortunate that Norah had to figure this out the hardest way possible, and I hope we can all find a way to help her rest by finally helping men to heal.
She's hardly a supermodel or movie star, but today, Norah Vincent is getting the full-blown glamour treatment. Norah's a writer, and one of these shots will adorn the cover of her new book.
This wasn't just a stunt. This was about learning. This is a human project. It was about finding something out about the human creature, and I learned it the best possible way because I went through it.
What Norah went through, or more accurately, what she became in the last 2 years, was a man.
Yeah, a little bit shorter on the top.
No, Norah didn't get a sex change operation. She did it the old-fashioned way, with acting and a disguise. At 5'10", 155 pounds, and wearing men's size 11 shoes, Norah was a natural. When all the pieces are together, hair, makeup, voice, posture, style, the transformation is complete. Walk like a man, talk like a man, walk like a man. And Norah Vincent becomes Ned Vincent.
I wanted to enter male spheres of interest and see how men are with each other. I wanted to make friends with men. I wanted to know how male friendships work from the inside out.
Ned's first act as a newly minted male was to join that quintessential bastion of camaraderie, a men's bowling team. The only problem was she's a terrible bowler.
I probably bowled before this 3 times in my life, and that was, in high school when you do it with both hands, So it was just insane for me to walk into this place without any.
And why didn't they just run you out of town when they saw how bad you were?
It's an amazing thing because I think that shows you the generosity that they had.
It was the first of Norah's many surprises. She thought these guys from a working-class Pennsylvania neighborhood would mock Ned's bowling and reject him as a guy. But from their first meeting, they accepted Ned.
The handshake was unbelievable. It blew me away the first time I shook hands with a guy, a strange guy. And I was amazed because you think of women, we're so nice, we're so easy, men are so mean.
The team had bowled together for 9 months, and gradually, Norah gained entrance into the inner sanctum. She found that all the cussing and good-natured ribbing is just how men often show affection for each other. Norah came to see that between men, intimacy is sadly lacking.
There's a tremendous potential for tenderness between men, and I'm not sure that it's always realized, and it's terribly sad.
Wait, what? She just said intimacy between men is lacking.
Yes, meaning that they don't talk to each other very cavalierly, very casually about their problems as such, until it reaches a boiling point. They bottle up that fire just like a Molotov cocktail. I mean, that is what society teaches us, men, right? Take it on the chin like a man, suck it up like a man, and move on.
Cracking the mystery of a boys' night out is one thing, but what about the explicit world of a man's sexuality?
I really ran smack up against the difference between male and female sexuality is that female sexuality is mental. It's up here. And male sexuality is a bodily function. It's a necessity. You just have to do it.
You went to a couple of sex clubs. What were you trying to get at?
Well, at first I thought this is sort of the quintessential guy thing to do, right? The bachelor party at the strip club. When I told people initially that I was doing this, they'd say, oh, you got to go to a strip club.
She says the clubs were obviously sexual, but once again lacking in intimacy, which leaves men emotionally frustrated.
I saw the men there. I saw the looks on their faces. I saw them sitting alone, nursing their bourbon. And this is not about appreciation of women, of course. It's not about appreciation of their own sexuality. It's about an urge. And that's not always that pleasurable, really.
These guys who go to these high-priced clubs would say, this isn't about pain, it's about pleasure.
Men have had the tears and the emotional expression sort of pounded out of them from an early age. And so by the time they're men, they don't even have the vocabulary anymore or the emotional awareness to really say what they're feeling.
Norah says strip joints are about pure sex drive, completely empty of any meaningful interaction, even when a woman is gyrating on your lap.
But you're attracted to women. Were you ever aroused during any of
No.
these?
I really ran smack up against the difference between male and female sexuality is that female sexuality is mental. It's up here.
Whereas for men, Norah says, sexuality is, shall we say, below the waist.
At its core, it's a bodily function. It's a necessity. It is such a powerful drive, and I think because we don't have testosterone in our systems, we don't understand how hard it is.
So it never gets cold where you back in Australia?
Throughout the project, Ned dabbled in the art of picking up a woman.
Where'd your friend go?
We went with him to this bar wearing hidden cameras.
It's my friend JC, I'm Ned.
Norah was reminded that in this arena, it's women who have all the power.
We sit there and we just with one word, no, will crush someone. And the thing is, we don't have to do the part where you cross the room and you go up to a stranger and say the first words. And those first words are so hard to say without sounding like a cheese ball or sounding like a jerk or whatever else.
And what do you guys do?
Norah says the brush off Barbara Jones gave Ned was typical.
She was just sort of emblazoned with hostility, you know, just looked at you and you saw everything cross her face, which was, oh, God, help me. Not again. I'm trying to have a drink with a friend, and I've got to deal with you.
Barbara was...
See, I don't know. I wonder how many of these chicks she tried to pick up knew she was a chick. Because she looks like a chick.
I mean, with a little bit of a makeup and some, non-padded bra and everything, I mean, you could try to be a cross-dresser, which she was,
Yeah.
or he was, brother Ned, by the way. The thing is, what people don't understand is what Paul Elam himself, as an ear for men guy, he also said that if women would never had a vagina, we could have, men would had an quote unquote open season on women for hunting. Open season. It is just that they have a vagina. That is why they are mollycoddled because of the biological imperative of a man. But hey, it illuminated her. It illuminated her, and she came to know as to how women think. And many of these lesbian women who come out fighting and gouging each other's eyes out, they actually understand as to what men go through in their daily lives because they deal with all the shenanigans.
Right.
Trying to dispose of Ned before her friend returned from the bathroom.
Anyway, we haven't seen each other in a while, so we're just catching up.
Yeah.
Gotta head out to mommy.
But Ned returned and told Barbara the truth about her gender.
You gave us all the lines, like, try to get rid of us. I see it, and as a woman, I have such sympathy. I'm like, oh, I hate being this guy that you're trying to get rid of.
Talking to a woman, Barbara seemed more open and friendly, and in the end, actually apologized for how she had treated Ned.
So
Sorry for being bitchy.
please.
And this is why women cannot give men advice on how to pick up other women. It's easy to sit there and give advice to men on what they should do when you're the one constantly on the receiving end of advances where you literally don't have to do anything. They just put on a nice dress and everything else is done for them by men. Men control the entire interaction. She just has to utter the words yes or no, shows interest or not. And you got to walk away. You got to learn to build yourself up as a man. It's conditional when you approach a woman. You have to already have a bunch of things just to go up to a woman and not get shut down. You have to be that guy. And you have to learn how to read cues too, body language.
Does this guy have another channel? Why
Yeah,
do I feel like
Tribe of
I've seen
Men.
him?
Tribe
Okay,
of
I've
Men.
seen him with his wife, maybe?
No, it was his friend and co-host, which was
Okay.
a native Indian woman, and
Yeah.
she is actually, I think, half Latina, or I don't know, but his name is Bo, by the way. He
Okay.
has a Discord server as well, Tribe of Men, and he does a lot of Spartan challenges regarding workouts and everything, and
Mm.
self improvement in that regard. So he is a good dude. He is a cool dude. I'm not
Yeah.
having any trouble with him. The Hey, are you up for a rejection story?
Yeah.
Straight out of India?
Wait, is it
Okay.
an article?
No, no, no.
Oh, it's
It is
just a
my
verbal
story.
story. Okay.
It is my truth, by the
Yeah.
way, good mother. It
Okay,
is my truth.
you can have your say, contriver.
Okay.
All right. I'm
So,
I'm gonna
okay.
I'm gonna pee, but I can still hear you. Okay.
Okay. So, my rejection story was like tsunami Richter scale 6.6 because it was a college love story. I proposed to a girl, and that too on a December, not on the Valentine's Day when everyone was watching. I got rejected, and it just felt like your dreams come crushing. And then I I proposed to another girl, and she said yes, but then she was having her gangbang session somewhere, and I came to know about it. I felt like shit, and I was a virgin even in my college, even in my 20s. So what I decided was I took some sleeping pills and got on the top of a building, about to jump, but someone from behind saved me. So that is who I am. That is my story. That is my truth, by the way, you fools. No, but I'm indebted to that friend who is no more in this world, and he died because of dengue, because we in India we have tuberculosis, cholera, influenza, malaria, call it what you will. There are many airborne, waterborne diseases, so that is why he died and I lived. So, and he was very fond of being a teetotaler, you know drinking various flavors of tea, coffee. So that is what I did, uh, apart from being an alcoholic for a while, and that's who I am. So I in debt. Shout out to you, Mr. Ray, and you shall always be my friend, and that too in letter and spirit, because you saved my life and you gave up yours when I was not available for you. I could not even go into your funeral, but certainly you shall always remain in my heart as a friend. So that's my story. I think Mr. Bullets is not here. Am I audible?
Yeah.
So did you hear the full story?
Yeah. About the rejection. I
No,
was.
not the rejection. The friend saving my life.
Yeah. 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 But
Yeah.
because of the rejection, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm back. Toddler alarm went off.
Mm. I thought either that or you were strangling one of your cats.
Strangling one of my parents.
Well, that is what happened.
Yeah.
What about the leopard story?
Yeah. How did
The
your dad throw a leopard at you?
I mean, it is just like a false bravado sort of a thing Indian parents use at you. it is just like a Chinese parent saying that, at the age of 20, I was running three businesses while I was studying and learning Kung Fu. So
Right.
that sort of a thing. So my father used to say, "You think that this is beating when I would be, getting the belt."
Right.
So my father used to say, "You think this is beating?" Just trying to console me, crying my eyes out because of the beating I am getting, 6 years old. And my father used to say, "Do you know what my mother used to do? My mother used to throw a leopard at me." That
Hmm.
is the thing. It becomes some sort of a misnomer in terms of semantics.
Yeah.
So that is what happens.
Vincent, come on. Where did he get the leopard backstory, bro?
If I would had inquired about inquired the whereabouts of how did my grandmother acquired a leopard, I would had gotten I would had gotten more beaten to a pulp by my father. So I mean, I still have the respect for my father, and I still feel like a little son, little kid in front of him, because I cannot pull up these shenanigans in front of my father. He's a no nonsense sort of a John Wayne sort of a man.
Yeah.
So there is that. And what we were discussing about earlier when Mr. Bullets was going. Okay. Uh,
I saw a Chuck Norris meme earlier, and it was like something about, yeah, I used to be a man trapped in a woman's body too, and then I was born. It was like a trans meme or an anti-trans meme or something. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, the tiger chasing those dudes in India on a motorcycle. That was funny.
Well, there are
Oh,
many
that's
videos like that. I think the people in the West actually came across only one. There are people standing next to a tiger in India. These sort of videos are also there. But the thing is, it is mostly, spoken in Hindi or any other regional Indian languages. So that is why it is not much appreciated,
oh,
apart from the
tigers are
fact that.
evil, man. I mean, you could be standing next to one and you wouldn't even know it.
Yes, tigers actually conceal themselves very well in the bushes.
Mm.
It's like pumas and mountain lions here in the states. I mean, you could be standing right next to it, or even a bear, and not even know it. I mean, because they camo so well, they creep so well, and they just set their traps, to snag their prey,
There,
so well. I mean, it's just I mean, to be in India, just to be like, on a walking tour in India, you know, or just cruising down the road on a moped, and all of a sudden you got a, 400-pound, 500-pound tiger, you know, on your ass, looking at you like lunch.
Right. God, I can't. I'm having a brain fart. I have a headache from earlier. I got like an instant headache when I started listening to that bullshit.
Yeah, there's shit going around all over. Man, I got this cold. This head cold. It's been like fucking with me, but I'm fighting it.
No,
There's shit going around because the weather changes.
it was a chick in, I think in India, somewhere in the Middle East, somewhere
Hmm.
in the East. I don't know. She was like walking down the street holding a lioness. Somebody sent that to me. I can't think of who it was now. Might
Yeah,
have
I
it
been
could
seen
be
Kermit.
big
from India
cats.
because Middle East doesn't have anything other than camels, I guess.
I've seen
Oh,
lions and tigers at the zoo and shit. That's good enough for me, man. I really don't want to come face to face with one in the wild.
Well,
You know,
the thing is, in India, one one student, engineering student, by the way, his result came and he failed in one of the semesters. He got inebriated, poured down a bottle of alcohol, got into a zoo, and got into the lion's den, and he
dude,
was doing yoga over there.
way back in the day, in my 20s and shit, I lived up in Michigan for a while, just south of Detroit, you know, and me and some friends of mine, we went up to Banff, Canada during the spring, you know, and the bears were just coming out of hibernation, and we wanted to go up and see the fucking bears, right?
Stop being a beta.
So we get up there, I can't remember what park it was we went to, but it's beautiful, man. Beautiful green pine trees, jutting up out of these mountains and shit, dude. I mean, it's just gorgeous country out there. And they got these big ass fucking grizzly bears just mulling around up there, just like, walking along the roadside like it's nothing, dude. And these suckers are as big as Volkswagens.
Have you seen two of the bears fight?
No, I didn't see any of them fight, but I want to see.
Oh,
Dude, your freaking paws
oh,
are like, it's like,
oh
can like
my
one hand a
God! You
basketball.
people, you people have not seen two bears fighting? I mean, that is the best WWF Attitude Era wrestling match you
Yeah,
would ever see.
I seen videos of them fighting, but not up
Yes.
close. No.
No, I mean,
Don't be fucking with no bear, man.
yes. So, yeah, this is the
Don't want
share,
saw
share,
two
share,
dogs fucking
copy, Control
Johnny
C,
Midnight. Hey, YOLO Rusty, I saw you out there, man. JR,
Control V.
Smith, Giga Johnny, yeah. Primo.
I don't know, Giga Chad.
Still out there,
That sounds like some feminist shit.
Don't know. He's got it. Oh, what you gave him a hammer for? You must like him.
Who?
Somebody must have okayed him.
I mean, it could be someone from Gone with John's channel.
Who?
Legos was there. So
Could be. Oh, shit. Yeah, it's like, you ever see that movie, The Revenant? Where DiCaprio gets his ass handed to him by a bear. Joe Rogan was talking about that too. Like, if you're ever walking through the woods, what do you do if you come across a bear? Well, if you come across a female bear with cubs, you're pretty much screwed. It's just fucking female grizzly bear gonna fuck you up. And he's talking like, the best thing you can do is like, curl up in the fetal position, and let her
the
fucking
thing is,
gnaw on you like a chew toy.
the thing is, good mother,
Yeah.
turn up the volume.
What, bro? You talking shit, bro? Huh? That's my tree, bro.
This is the best judo fight I have ever seen.
Bear judo.
Yeah, it is judo. See, he is going for the left hand.
That bear is smaller than that other bear.
No, he's not. He is down but not out. Bears are down but never out. Now you would see a turn of events
These things are fucking huge,
when the
man.
aggressor and the
Imagine two
assailant.
Volkswagens going at it.
Mini Cooper. Now you would see the other bear standing up to him. This is my hood, homie.
He's backing him up, though.
Now he's standing up.
He's like,
Okay,
this one's mine.
I mean,
this
they're
one
like
is mine.
5 foot tall from the back, 5 to 6 feet
Yes,
tall from the back.
yes.
You know, and I'm right at 5'11" myself, so those fucking bears are big.
Like 12 feet or something.
Yeah, when they stand up, yeah. I mean, next to the polar bear, they're like the largest living carnivore, North American
Yes.
carnivore. And back in prehistoric times, you know,
He's
back
gonna
before the
rush him
Olympic
with his
diet and
back
shit,
turned.
they had
Yes.
bigger bears and shit than that. I mean, like they used to have like this one thing. I think it was like a monster ground sloth, and when it stood on its haunches, it was like anywhere between 15 to 18 feet tall. Like, holy shit!
He ran away.
And
Yes.
saber-tooths were just about as big too. Man, could you imagine just walking through the woods and just coming across those suckers? You know, like a pack of dire wolves. Shit, you'd be lunch, man. They'd fucking use your bones for toothpicks. It's crazy. Got any dolphin porn?
No.
Dolphin porn. Actually, I have something close.
Yeah. Speaking of rape, you can get raped by a dolphin. I don't know if they actually arrest and convict a dolphin.
Stop being a beta
for its
and go to the
dolphin
gym.
supremacy.
First of all, it's pronounced beta. And second, how am I supposed to go to the gym? This is not the time for excuses, okay? Your arms are small. This is unacceptable. Steve, I don't even have arms. Like literally, look at me. I do not have arms. Yeah, I know. They're so small, I can't see them either. Listen, Steve, I know you think you're a big shot and all after making the New York Times. Hey, shut up, okay? Don't talk to me again until you're repping 225. I don't want to hear it. Stop being a beta and go to the gym. First of all,
There you go.
I like it. I like
So being a
memes.
beta.
Yeah, Luke has some funny ass videos, man. If you like shorts, bullets.
Yes, Luke's Goldies is the man.
Yeah. He cracks me up. He has
I've
this
been
one where he has
exploring
his
shorts lately. There's a lot of good ones, like Relarious. That dude is awesome. He finds some really funny shit on the internet.
Yeah, he has this one where, he plays that fucking Biden clip about the kids touching the legs and shit, and he's got his legs in one of his goldfish tanks, and the fish are like sucking on his leg hair. It's pretty funny.
That's funny.
Damn it, bullets. I think I'm having sympathy sniffles now.
I know, it's contagious, right?
Yes.
Sympathy
Dammer. Having sympathy sniffles.
Yeah. Apple cider vinegar, lime juice,
hot
ramen with jalapenos.
That sounds like witchcraft, bullets.
Yeah, kills it dead, man. And you got to get it really hot because you want to bake that shit out of your head.
No.
So are we still talking about Ned, or did we pour one out for Ned? And
I think we poured one out. You were gonna get the book. I want to look into the one where she's talking about this psychology being institutionalized. That's the book I'm interested in.
Yeah, but you get that one, I'll get the other one, and we'll have we'll do book report video on it or something sometime.
Okay. I wonder if it's
Let's do
audio.
that. Like an audio.
Let me
book,
make
probably.
sure it's an audio. I'm illiterate, so I like to just hear somebody read.
Yeah. Well, I got books here and shit I haven't had time to crack yet. See, I'm like reading like 4 different books right now.
Norah, Vincent.
I got it here.
Voluntary Madness. Adeline, Thy Neighbor. I think the Voluntary Madness is the one. Norah Vincent, self-made man, ended on a harrowing note, suffering from severe depression after 18 months living disguised as a man. Vincent felt she was in danger to herself. On the advice of her psychologist, she committed herself to a mental institution. Vincent's story takes her from a big city hospital to a facility in the Midwest and finally to an upscale retreat down south. And she analyzes the impact of institutionalization on the unwell, the tyranny of drugs as treatment, and the dysfunctional dynamics between caregivers and patients.
That sounds right up your alley.
Right? All right. Yeah, The Self-Made Man isn't on Audible.
Oh, looks like a lot of them already sold out already. Looks like it's only available in Kindle right now. There's a few other online bookstores. I'll check it out and see if I can find it.
Oh, it's 9 hours. I'm good. I have something to do tomorrow, or something to listen to.
Let's see what we got in the paperback.
Besides the other books that I got that I can't get through for some weird reason.
Yeah, they're sold out of this book on Amazon. It's only available on Kindle.
I bet her death had something to do with that.
Well, yeah, a lot of people are like, snatching it up and doing their own articles and stuff on it. I mean, I'm sure there's other copies out there. Other people will like read it up and then put it back on the used market. Let me see here.
Johnny, what?
Might be on eBay or some other bookseller.
You suspect Giga Chad is your little sister messing around. That's weird. Okay, so who's Doge? Because I was under the impression Doge might possibly be the Scorp thought.
Well, it looks like I may not be getting it anytime soon.
Yeah, it's not.
It's going for like anywhere between $60 to $97 on fucking eBay.
What, the book?
My ass. Yeah.
Well, you said it's on Kindle, right?
Yeah, I don't like Kindles though. I'll have to find it somewhere else.
Voluntary Madness.
I prefer to have a hard copy.
Well, Johnny,
I feel you absorb information better through a book than you do than just like listening to it. I mean, like even like listening to stuff like I mean, you pick stuff up, but it doesn't like go into your program traditionally into your brain like it does on like when you read it. and you absorb it that way. You retain things better when you read it than when you hear them.
Maybe men do. I retain things better listening to them than reading them. That's just me, though.
Oh shit! This is like one of the original copies. With free shipping too. Okay. 15 sold in 24 hours. Yeah, I better pick this up. Yeah, people are buying these up.
Shall we, all three of us, shall write a book?
You guys can. I'm not a writer.
Well, I can like make a coloring book for the Red Pill Rangers.
I can make a coloring book. I can do the graphics. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
That I can
sharing
do.
my screen now.
Okay.
You come with
What is
different
that?
shades of red crayons, blue crayons.
No
color different
crayons.
types, color different pills.
I
Black,
think
red, or blue, purple,
this
green,
this
whatever.
needs to be our poster boy.
Okay.
Does that say Flays?
Yes.
Oh, cool. This is one of the originals.
Yes.
First edition. No, I'm saying this book that I'm getting ready to order is one of the originals, one of the first editions that she put out. Yeah, do that. Yeah, that'll work.
I mean, somebody could just copy and paste Japanese, right, from a translator of some sort.
Cool. Okay, I just found an original copy, like ones with like the original covers. So that's cool. You got kind of collector's edition right there.
So how is this? Is the art good?
For what?
For the cover
What's
of
that?
our book.
Can you just do that? Take somebody's art and put it on your book?
Red Pill Rage.
Yeah.
This is what it looks like. Just put like a razor on it.
I think I shall give it to you, good mother.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. So this is like. Yeah, this is the first edition. That's what it looks like. Self-made man, right here. Okay. Yep, brand new for shipping. Funny how she sells more books after she's dead than when she was alive.
Well, isn't that how it always goes? Same
Yeah,
with
I guess,
art.
yeah.
It really doesn't become valuable till after the artist dies.
Yep. I like Bob Ross's paintings are through the frickin' roof.
Barbarossa painted as well. I didn't know that.
Bob Ross.
Yeah, Bob Ross passed away a long time ago, bro.
Okay.
Cancer.
I think you were saying about Barbarossa. R. Barbarossa.
Mm.
Okay. I was sadly mistaken.
Okay, so it should be here between October 11th and October 24th. Well, they don't get any freaking hurry to get it to you, do they? I mean, how hard is it to drop something in the first class mail?
I don't want to hear it, bullets. My son's car fucking blew an engine, and
really?
it's under warranty. And apparently, they can't even look at it until the 21st of October. I'm like, really? So it doesn't have wheels till the fucking 21st?
Hey, don't feel bad. I got to pull the heads on the 302 and replace them.
No, it like caught on fire on him, like 40 miles away.
Oh, really?
Apparently, he heard some pop. Yeah. Damn thing only has like not even 70,000 miles on it. I guess I don't know, something about a Kia engine. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, it's a Kia?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ford made cars, you know.
Well, it caught on fire. Like, yeah, apparently there was like fire. The plastic and stuff was melting, and I guess he popped the hood, and there was like fire. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, it's on order. That should be an interesting read. I'm going to give it a read, and I'll come back later on and give you all my take on it.
Okay.
Seems like it's selling out. There were only like 4 copies left of that. Of the original left. It's still on eBay if anybody else wants to pick up a copy of it. And the other ones, the newer ones that they had on Amazon, are sold out. They're all sold out on Amazon. Everybody's scrambling to pick these up for their own research. Am I leaving? I don't think so. I don't have anywhere to be right now. For those of you who don't know, I'm a little under the weather, man. I'm fighting some kind of fucking head cold. I thought it was allergies at first. Oh no.
And then he starts snorting limes and fucking apple cider vinegar.
Yep, I fucking squirted lime juice up my fucking nose trying to kill whatever it was. You know, ever since COVID, I don't fuck around. You know, I do so. That's one reason why I'm able to fight this infection off is because I use colloidal silver. I inhale and use a vaporizer to inhale colloidal silver, and it helps kill this shit. You know, but every now and then you get a really nasty one. It just tries to grab hold. You know, it's trying to, but it can't grab hold. So right now I'm just trying to create an environment to kill it, whatever the hell it is. The trick is keeping it out of your digestive tract and keeping it out of your lungs. You know, that's why you use the colloidal silver. So if it gets in my T sector, I can fight it there. If I can keep it in my T sector, you know, I'm good to go. But if it gets in your lungs or your digestive system, man, it's a whole fucking different battle.
Well, just kill it before it gets from your T sector into your trachea.
Exactly. It's trying to work its way down too, but I'm kicking its ass. So, you know, I just drank a whole bunch of fucking vinegar too. So.
Oh God.
There was a friend of mine. Since we are talking about vinegars and all that, he on MGTOW subreddit used to upload photos of using various fruits, and he used to make jams.
Yeah.
Like apple jam, which also my mother makes as well. Uh, dragon jam or something like that. He used to make a lot of jams. like jams and jelly. And I used to love it because he used to keep it in glass bottles instead of keeping it in a jar or something. He used to have glass jars which were transparent, and it used to look amazing and mesmerizing.
But what you
I mean, you
do,
would not find any difference whether it is a woman running
right,
the kitchen or a man running the kitchen. He was so clean, and he was a chef, professional chef.
jam boy. Yeah, I've worked as a pro chef before too. It's a good gig, It's a fun gig. It's fat money if you're worth your shit, you know. But with the vinegar, use apple cider vinegar and apple or orange juice, whatever you like, whatever juice you like, really. If you like juicy juice, ocean
Yes.
spray, whatever juice you're into, whatever you mix your vodka with, you know, you take about an ounce of apple cider vinegar, and then you put about an ounce or 2 ounces of juice on it, and shoot that shit. You know, and
Wait, what?
you shoot it like a shot of bourbon, like or whiskey. You don't shoot bourbon, you sip bourbon, you shoot whiskey. But you shoot it right.
Yeah.
Hold your nose if you can't hack it, you know, and get that shit down in your digestive system. That way, anything gets down there gets pickled. You know, keep you can sip on apple cider vinegar to keep your throat coated or your lime juice. You know,
Ugh.
citric acid kills that shit. So, what do you think vitamin C is? Citric acid.
Yes,
Kills that
citrus
shit.
acid.
Kills that shit
Citrus
dead.
acid.
Yeah.
Citrus
Do it.
fruits from lemon, orange, all these fruits, it contains natural steroids that builds your immunity, especially
Yeah.
regarding vitamin C. And for
Yeah.
vitamin C, you have to take lemon and oranges, for example. If you are into
Yeah.
taking vitamin A, pomegranate juice, it also provides iron if people are anemic or
Yeah.
have some sickle cell. So that is for what I mean. I know a lot about that.
Take a syringe and some lime juice, and if you got the snotties, and squirt that shit up your nose. It'll blow them snotties right out of there. It'll sting like a son bitch, you know. Your
Yeah,
eyes
with
be
a
all teared up, but you blow that shit out, man. That's the idea, If you can't fucking breathe, what would you rather have? Just a little discomfort, and squirting that citric acid up in your nostrils so I can kill that shit, or would you
Hey,
rather fucking breathe? You
Mr.
know,
Bullets,
me, I'd rather be able to fucking breathe.
Mr. Bullets. I, by the way, when I was drinking, I used to have. I once had the famous Vesper Martini from the James Bond franchise.
Oh, you used to have an Aston Martin.
No, I said Vesper Martini.
Oh, Vespa Martini. I don't
Yes.
think I'm familiar with that.
Okay. So it goes like this: three measures of Gordon's, one of vodka, half a measure of Kenna Lillet. Shake it very well until it is ice cold. Then add a large thin slice of lemon peel.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Sounds good, man.
So it
Here you
became.
go, JR. Whip you up one of those bad boys. Our JR here is our resident house drinker.
Actually, there's
And
locally that does these really good martinis. I don't really like martinis, but if you get them extra dirty with a whole bunch of their olives, because they have these like goat cheese stuffed olives, and they usually give you like two on the stick, but then I get a side of olives. So like with every sip, I'll eat an olive. That's the only way to do it.
my favorite is Absolute Blue. You know, that makes the cleanest White Russian that I've ever had. That didn't give me, fucking headaches and hangovers in the morning.
Hmm.
What
Yeah.
was that? Vodka?
Yeah, Absolute's a vodka, but
Oh,
it's probably like it's one of the blue labels are probably your most pure out there. It's one of the most pure out there that doesn't have all the impurities and shit in it. Like if you get like red label Smirnoff, I like Smirnoff. I'm not a
I
big
used
vodka
to
fan,
I used to
you
drink
know,
Smirnoff,
but Smirnoff
and
gives me a fucking headache
Yeah.
because of all the impurities.
Hmm.
yes,
Absolute, it's more filtered. It doesn't have all the impurities. It's a little,
Hmm.
it's a premium. You're gonna pay for it, But dude, it's a nice,
the only thing with vodka I think is it is odorless, and that is why it
yeah,
does not smell when you drink a lot.
yeah.
So
That's
that
why it's the
was
recommended drink of judges.
yes,
You know, like Judge Judy. She likes to sip on her glass of water. Yeah, right.
yes. My thing was rum, and which contains approximately 60 to 70% of alcohol, and I
Uh,
used to bottle down an entire bottle of rum when I was drinking. Not today,
yeah.
but when I was drinking, I was binge drinking.
Well, back in the '90s, you know, uh, when the dude came out, the Big Lebowski, you know, I really, me and my friends, we really liked that movie and shit, and my friends turned me on to White Russians, and I guess that's
Yes,
how I got like hooked up with vodka, you know.
yes,
And I fucking love me some White Russians, you know. I like every now and then, like I'll watch Big Lebowski every now and then, but I'll go to the liquor store and I'll get me some half and half, and I'll cook some Kahlua, and I'll come home make me White Russian and shit. Watch Big Lebowski. You got to, man. You got to. If you're gonna fucking watch Big Lebowski, you have some. You gotta have a White Russian. You know, fucking love that movie. But yeah, that
is
was
that
yeah.
movie is that movie about Russians?
The Big Lebowski.
Yes,
No, it's really a movie
like
about nothing, dude. It's about some dude, a dude named Dude, and his carpet, gets stolen, and and it's kind of like he's his only goal in the movie is to try to recover his rug, that was in the middle of his living room because it tied the room together. You really have to watch the movie to appreciate it, dude. You know,
okay, I
but
shall.
if you do, get you some vodka, get you some half and half, get you some Kahlua, make you some ice, make yourself a White Russian, and sit down and just watch that movie and just have a good time,
Oh,
and
okay, surely.
yeah, and no one fucks with the Jesus, It's an awesome flick, man. I love that movie. Oh yeah, Dazed and Confused. There's another one. Who was that? John Brewer. Oh, oh, dude, if you guys haven't seen John Brewer's latest comedy special, go watch it. You can watch it free on YouTube. It's hilarious. John Brewer, Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle is good, but the goat was Patrice O'Neill.
Am I thinking about the same movie, Dave? Or am I thinking of the one with Matthew McConaughey?
Okay.
Oh god, it's been a long time. I should know this shit too. Growing up in Austin, I do. I'm just like I'm out of it.
Yeah. So what time tomorrow are you guys gonna do your 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock my time should be 6:30 his time, and we're
Sure.
going to me and Contriver are going to be doing a 2-hour stream on my channel.
Okay.
Should be awesome. You know, there'll be no like, you know, hour-long readings of articles or anything like that. We're going to have a back and forth on the topic of mentorship and whatnot, you know, and we'll hope to see you all there.
So that's how I have to find you, Bullets. You don't really come up in my...
I had to save one of his videos to my playlist so that I
Yeah.
could find him. Otherwise, he's not easily accessible on the internet. And
No,
I
that's
thought
because
I was the
they
only
shadow
one.
banned me. YouTube shadow banned and censored me, which is fucking illegal in the state of Texas. They're about to get a letter from me.
There you are.
Because according to the law, this new law here in the state of Texas, I can
You know,
sue them for damages.
Here's a link to Bullet's channel if you don't already have it. Subscribe mode. If you want to chat, you gotta have subscribed for what is it, like 24 hours?
Yeah, if you want to chat in the chat, you need to subscribe now.
Uh-oh. Missed the
I do
cutoff.
have subscribers only mode on my channel. That is, you know, just to deter the trolls from coming in. I'm not tolerating that shit over there anymore. You know,
Hello, Douglas, by the way.
You know, I'm
And
trying to like,
Pliskin.
you know, do something.
Yeah,
do something
Johnny,
different.
absolutely. There you go.
Hopefully my voice will sound a little better. It's a little deep right now.
Everyone.
Hey, Johnny, how are you?
Oh, pretty good.
Hello, sir.
Oh, yes. Hello, Contriver. How are you guys doing? The only reason I was talking about like Giga Chad is because he was speaking Japanese, and my little sister, well, she's my half sister. She was born when I was 18, and she speaks fluent Japanese, and she really likes your show. But
Oh, really?
Konnichiwa.
oh yeah, she fucking hates feminism. She's
I
like,
like her already.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
she's a fucking bitch, but like a good one,
Yeah.
a good bitch. And she follows me around and stuff, and I was just wondering if Giga Chad was her, because she was typing everything in kanji, Japanese script, you know.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know.
Right. Oh, and I was like,
Oh,
yeah, I thought
okay.
that was her fucking around. So
Oh.
Okay.
yeah, like Giga Chad seems to be okay. I just wanted to like set that record straight, but the thing
Well, see,
is that
Johnny, I don't know. Giga Chad's never been up on the panel.
I've seen him before.
On a panel?
Or her
Talking?
No, not talking, but he's been
Right.
like in the chat a lot.
I know. No,
I
Giga
thought that
Chad's
was
left
her.
many comments, too, on
Okay.
the channel.
Oh, you don't think that Scorp thought, do you?
No, I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I mean, he
I don't
she,
really
whatever.
care as long as she says the right things
Well,
while she's here.
Giga Chad was a perfect gentleman or a woman to me, so I was fine.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was her.
Yeah.
I thought it was fucking butthole that was, you know, following me around and shit. But I was just gonna say so.
Well,
Okay.
she is welcome to join me for a conversation anytime she wants.
Yeah, but I mean, I want to make sure she doesn't dox me.
Right.
But like, she's pretty public herself because she's got a successful gaming channel. She plays that horror game where everybody gets together and fights Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees and stuff. But the reason she is semi-fluent in Japanese is because her ex-boyfriend is Japanese. So, and he taught her how to speak that and write it. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, I just want to let you know there's no alarm. It's
Yeah.
All right. Well, how's everyone doing?
Pretty good. We're just kind of
well,
half of us are under the weather.
Yeah, apparently.
I'm having sympathy under the weather. Apparently.
Yeah, you're like
okay. I don't even. Okay, Giga
I
Chat
didn't
says I don't
start
even know which
getting
crazy bitch
sniffly
Scorpthot is, as I remember
until he popped up.
and aluminum for teeth.
Okay, aluminum
teeth
for
chick.
teeth. That's funny. Yeah, JR says shout out to Johnny's sister. But yeah, bullets, man, get better. I actually do have one of those lime juice bottles that are shaped like a lime, and tonight I'm gonna stick that up my fucking nose. just for shits and giggles.
God.
I'm gonna do it. I totally
It's
like a lime neti
challenge
pot.
on that one.
I love limes.
Face enema.
I'm a limey.
Oh. No way.
Oh, you fucking guys. How are you doing, Contriver? I haven't heard from you in a while.
I'm better than I deserve, sir.
Well, you should deserve more then, because I think you're great. All right. Look, I'm gonna get out of your chat because I really have nothing else to say. I had a great week. Great week in Chicago. Everything was fantastic.
You survived.
I survived. I didn't have to shoot anyone. I was not shot at.
That's a good week.
It's a good week.
That's a good day in Chicago.
Right?
Yeah, good hour in Chicago.
I have a question for you, Mr. Johnny.
Yes.
When are you dropping the CD?
Well, we're having CD, vinyl, and digital, and the label says it should be Q1 of 2023. So I'm begging the manager, please make it Valentine's Day. Please make it February 14th. Right, exactly.
Right.
Ooh, that would be fireworks.
That would be great. But yeah, everything went really well. The recording session was fantastic. The guy is a genius, and very, very happy with the way things turned out. I am going to speak with my label sometime this month. We're going to do another listening party to, listen to the final product. And we're going to get everything produced. So there you go. Nice. Boom! Birth of a rock star.
Sounds awesome.
Well, we would be hearing. I mean, who knows? I might join you for some lyrical rap as well.
That would be fucking nice. If I could do that, I pretty much do all like multi-track the vocals, and they're not really vocals. They're like I use my voice as a synthesizer, and I don't do that robot thing, but to get like a different timbre into the mix would be fantastic. I'll have to talk to you about that later on if things keep going with that, though. But anyway, thanks a lot for having me on. I want to clear that up. Giga Chad is not my stupid sister, even though somebody in there might be. Okay. Have fun.
Thanks, Johnny.
Bye.
Bye.
Better, John.
That's funny. So next Saturday, I'm having a chat with the Narc Files show.
Oh, wow. He's a good dude. He grows his own vegetables. He grows some of his own crop as well. I mean, that says a lot because he is very much into agriculture, and he is one of those guys. He's one of those chaps whom I have understood who is like, into very much of agriculture and self-sustenance. which is a plus to all the communities.
So does this seem like it taken up on my offer? So I shared one of Red Pill in the Wind's videos because he was touching on something really damn important. And then I played a clip here. And I said, any black men out there willing and able to have this discussion, link to the rest in the description. And I tagged him, Yeetus, and JD Miles. And then he said, Yeetus, JD, if you want, you can sit this one out. If you want, don't matter, me none, I'll have it. So I'm taking that as an acceptance of that conversation. Because actually I sent fucking Sir Yeetus a Discord months ago because I want to have the discussion why black men are blaming fucking racism for bullshit feminism is causing.
Because it's a cop-out.
It is a
It's
cop out, I
easier
would say.
when you have no argument, they resort to racism.
Right,
Well,
but
the
they have a problem that they're putting up here, but they're blaming it on race. They're like, "Oh, the white man's doing it," when it's literally the black women that are doing it,
Look,
and the white women that are doing it.
Sir Yeetus is already a veteran, served in Iraq War, I think. No, it was not. But he has served, and he actually is one of those guys who has done all of that. So it doesn't matter to him whether what is the color of the skin. It matters to those people who want to mollycoddle their vagina by saying, "See, I showed that white man.
Right.
See, do you look at me now?" It is that sort of a tactic that even the children use. Your sons also use. Mom, I did that. Did you see that? Are you proud of me now? That sort of a thing. So it is juvenile, infantilized, lobotomized
Right.
sort of these shenanigans and facades that has been manufactured and digested by the entire community. And
Yeah.
it is not going to have a relapse from it anytime soon.
Wow.
So unless and until people, unplug the bananas from their ears and listen,
Right.
then and only then they would be able to solve the problem. Now, people like, shall we say, uh, people like Paul Proteus used to actually point out to the problem back then. Coach Greg Adams also does it even now.
Oh yeah.
So the thing is, those people are not taken seriously. Why? Because they are taken very seriously within the mainstream MGTOW community, that is of white men, that is of black men, that is of Asian men, that is of Indian men like me.
Right. Right.
But the thing is, they are not taken very seriously
Right.
within their own communities because
Right.
they have the wherewithal to fix this problem.
Right.
Fix.
Well,
Literally,
they need the support of men from other communities. Like that's the problem I'm seeing. I see all these groups of men that are all fucking fighting each other if they just all work together because the feminists are getting them to fight with each other.
well, it is one thing. It is one thing actually, because men are basically freedom-loving individuals. So they want those sort of freedoms that comes with being a man. They want to do their own thing. Apart from that, if there are some black sheeps that are found as an anomaly to the normie dipshit variables, then that very variable is being pulverized by their own community for
Right.
being a black sheep.
Right.
They get all the love and respect and affection within the mainstream majority community, but they don't get that very same love and affection and everything else within their own community.
Right, because
They
it's
become somewhat
a
of
matriarchy.
something of an outlier. So we
Right.
are the outliers and the outlaws, MGTOW community in general. You
Hmm.
see E-Man 67, Mr. E-Man 67. Shout out to you, sir, and kudos to you. He was one of those gentlemen I have the utmost respect for, because when SPLC declared something regarding some acronym, he was ready for everything. Everything means everything. And he was ready
Yeah.
to defend himself as well if push comes to shove.
Well, but
That sort of resolve is what is necessary so that people could have an honest conversation. Now, the
yeah,
problem with all these feminized men, I would say,
right. Because that's
problem with
they
the problem
puppet contriver.
with,
They puppet all the same feminist talking points. Only instead of men, they change that out for white men.
yes,
They just
because
put white in front of what the feminists say. It's fucking weird.
of all the people, even Dr. Chavanza Kunjufu, who was the good old chap from the 80s who was a psychologist or some doctor. I don't know whether it was a PhD or something. He used to say that, well, we
Mm,
cannot say anything against our own women.
right.
And the thing is that the paradox of that very biological imperative, just like our brother, fallen brother Ned was saying in the video, we don't have that testosterone, so we don't understand how how much of a powerful force that is.
Right.
Those people who have that actually do understand, and that is why they actually bite the bullet, so to speak, because they are ready to defend. But the thing is, they don't understand that she is not yours, it is just your turn.
Right.
Because in the modern concept, what has happened is that she has become dependent on the state. The state has replaced a man, a family, a son, which used to be in the case of all these tiger moms as well. Why? Because when they have a son, in the one child policy in China, everyone criticizes that. Well, if your entire bloodline of thousands of years of kung fu and all that is going to end, at the end of the day, you as a woman is also going to have an option to have a son rather than have a daughter, because the daughter is a daughter. She is not a sperm donor. So that is why
Right.
the Chinese also did that, because
Yeah.
they wanted their bloodline to continue, and the bloodline could only be continued via a patrilineal DNA.
Right.
There is no there is
Matrilineal.
mitochondrial matrilineal DNA, which is passed from mother to daughter,
Yeah.
but the patrilineal DNA actually carries out the act of continuing your bloodline
Yeah.
because of natural sexual dimorphism. Let us just put it that way. So my point being, a very simple point, men are necessary to continue the biological process as well. Even if one man is kept alive for at least 100 of women, he is going to actually allow people to be able to sustain the civilization.
Yeah.
Anyways, I lost my thought process. But in the case of black men or black women, the thing is
Well,
feminized. The thing is, I would be honest with you. Before coming to your channel, I was so. I would be honest with you. Before coming to your channel, I thought that every man within the black community, African American origin communities particularly, would be just like the man who are based and red pilled according to rap music, like Tupac Shakur, like Rakim, like Busta Rhymes, all these people. Everyone would be like that. And now when I see the dysfunction, I'm quite astounded. I'm taken aback,
yeah,
literally, because this is what mainstream communities have become. They have castrated and they have emasculated their own sons.
yeah,
And they don't even realize as to what sort of a damage they have done. Because the state could survive for so long. Why do you think that the Roe v. Wade was overturned? Just because some conservative judge like Clarence Thomas had an opinion? Certainly not. The point being, America would cease to exist in the advent of a World War III. That is just right there, down the corner.
yeah, yeah. But
And
he's saying exactly what Kevin Samuels was saying about how it's not the white man that's like their enemy. It's the women like this. Like
who
that's
is
an
saying that?
important fucking message to get out there.
And who is saying that?
Red pill in the wind. Here, I'll
Oh,
play it. He
oh,
does
surely.
a little breakdown. I've never seen him. I mean, I subbed to him a while ago because Billy goes over there and they have discussions. They have panels and
Oh,
they pretty
okay,
much do what we do over here.
okay.
But I'd never seen a picture. But I think maybe he decided to cam up for this one. But check this out.
Okay. You have to play.
I
It
did.
is not. Yeah, you have.
Hello, YouTube. Hello, MGTOW. Hello, Red Pill. This is Red Pill in the Wind. We're going to do a reaction video.
Thinks it is. So we are out in the middle.
Now, this is a mixed couple. Okay. Black woman, white man. Let us begin.
Of the desert, we're driving along, and I see a car that's broken down, and there's a black man. Now, there is not a whole lot of black people here in Idaho, right?
Not a lot.
So I'm thinking nobody else is probably going to stop to help this man. So I'm just like, you know what? We should stop. We should stop and help this man.
No, we shouldn't.
I'm like, what? And she's like,
No,
I'm just like, no one else is going to stop.
not my problem.
And I'm like, come on, we got to help this guy out.
No, we don't.
See,
No.
Our enemy is not white man. Our enemy is not Chinese. Our enemy is not a man or woman of any other race but our own. So you pro-black individuals can shut up. I will tell you, every last one of you pro-black individuals who say we need to protect, you need to protect black women. This is a prime example. This is a prime example Now look at her. Now she don't look too bad. You know, she don't look too bad. She, which basically brings the thing that another rapper said that white men get the baddest of the black women, and we get relegated to the crap. And they're correct. They're correct. And which proves that black women hate black men at any status. Black women hate black men at any status. And that right there is a prime example of the swirler community. Of the swirler community. That's your swirl community. And which ties it into this next talking point. Black women spread they spread negativity upon black men to the women of other cultures. Women of other.
There it is. Because
Well,
that's exactly what I see.
and you are quite right. And you are quite right. You are absolutely right in saying so. Because why men fight with each other? Back when you had that toxic masculinity and patriarchy, even then the kings used to start wars with the neighboring kingdoms because their queen was throwing a hissy fit.
Right.
Even then, so the biological imperative is so strong of a force, which we have to realize and comprehend first of all. Then, how to, as for MGTOW philosophy, I am saying how to deracinate yourselves, how to uproot yourselves from that very, shall we say, biological imperative, that is of being a man, taking care of things. You don't have to take care of things, you have to take care of yourself. You are responsible for yourself, not for others. And I have seen many black friends in Canada too. I have seen many white friends in Canada too, who actually got along pretty well, unless and until messes came into the picture. Now, I used to work in a private bank, as I always used to say. So uh, I actually went to this uh, gentleman's house along with a buddy of mine who was also in MBA finance, and he was a Canadian, by the way, and he was black. We got to their house. It was the house of some Irish people, by the way, Irish immigrants, Canadian ones. Yes, there are some. So we got to their house and we said, "Sir, this is our policy. This is this, that, and the other, so and so." And he pretty much was on to accepting our terms and conditions regarding insurance and bank credit and each and everything, unless and until messes came into the picture. When messes came into the picture, he became oh, he became a different man. Now he said,
Yeah.
well, but you have to look into that as well. You have to look into that aspect as well. My earnings are still at the early stage, and we are not able to sustain even right now for all our expenses, even after giving all the salaries to my employees. And he was trying to make excuses. Why? Because Mrs. came into the picture.
Yeah. I think Bullets dropped off.
Okay. So Bullets is now sleeping.
He went to go snort some apple cider vinegar and lime juice.
Yes.
in his little neti pot. Oh, God.
Taking steam is one good thing.
But yeah, I want to have
Inhaling
this
steam.
conversation.
Yes. Yes, I'm here.
No, not with you.
I'm here. Yes. Oh, okay. Okay.
With an
Mr.
American
Coach.
black man who can tell me why other
shit.
black men are blaming racism for the problems feminism is causing. And why they're literally puppeting verbatim what all the feminists say, except they put white in front of it. Actually, the
Well,
feminists do that a lot too. But
I think you have a very good chance of asking those chaps the very same thing
yeah.
on your own channel via Coach Greg Adams or other people, because you now have a connection with Gone with John, and Mr. Gone with John is someone on whose channel Mr. Coach Greg Adams appeared. So you are also, flaring up, rising exponentially.
I plan on picking many brains in a couple weeks. So.
Yes. So this is a good thing. This is a good start, and you
Well.
have all the respect within the MGTOW realm. By the way, I don't know about MRAs or other people, because honey badgers and other people, there are a bunch of few.
Those crazy bitches never wrote me back. I'm still salty about that. And I've tagged them multiple fucking times, and I'm still salty about that. So they're on my list of cowardly bitches that never fucking wanted to have a conversation. Like, that's bad when the MRAs won't fucking talk to you. Like, what the hell?
Oh, I imagine my
damn
disappointment.
cowardly feminists. I knew it. Well, Contriver, I need to it's getting kind of late. I have a busy day tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah, tomorrow
Okay.
I'm gonna listen to that audiobook.
Okay. Which one? The manipulated one?
No.
Norah Vincent.
Yeah, it's good. It's 9 hours, so I should have that done tomorrow. I wanna.
Okay.
I gotta know about this.
Okay. So, please take your leave, sleep well, and sweet dreams.
All right, Contriver. Thanks for the chat and thanks for the article. And I'm
Thanks,
sorry
man.
that people are now getting married so they can have a fucking abortion.
No, they are married. They are getting married so that they could extort money out. Look, you see, out of court settlement is a multi-billion-dollar industry,
Yeah.
whether it is in
Yeah.
India or whether it is in US. So that is what literally happens. You plant a false rape case, accuse someone, some billionaire, and he just has to, make some of the out of court settlement, and that is now it is going to happen within the constraints of a very divine bond that is called a marriage. So wink wink nudge nudge, future
Right.
times are going to be interesting. You would see a husband raping his wife, those sort of conversations flaring up more than anything. So that would be hilarious to watch.
All right, Contriver.
Okay,
Well,
good
have a
mother,
good rest
end
of
the
your day.
broadcast.
And I will definitely check you on Bullets out tomorrow.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. All right. Goodbye,
Shall we end the
everybody in the chat.
broadcast? Okay.
Yeah. Let me say bye to everybody. Iridium Kush, sir. Primo. Mr. Pliskin.
JR.
JR. Timothy. Yeah. Well, I can only tell y'all that the stove is hot. You know, I was listening to Angler and Lazarus, and he used a stove analogy. You can only tell somebody the stove is hot. So I don't know. I like bullets is like, go ahead, stick your dick in a thought socket and see what happens. I can only tell you where the damn landmines are. It's up to y'all if you want to keep fucking with these crazy bitches that are literally in your spaces. Literally. I don't really know Mike. I feel like Mike, I've seen Mike somewhere.
Yes,
Where have I
Mike.
seen
Mike
Mike?
has been there. Mike has been there for quite a while
Okay.
on earlier of your streams as well. I've seen that.
Huh.
And the people in the server, I must say, these are people who are known to everyone. These have been the left, right, and the center sort of guys. They have made their own servers as well,
Yeah.
and they are one of those individuals who could be trusted with.
Okay, yeah. Those two I've never talked to them, so
No, I'm just saying.
maybe one of these days.
I mean, if I have some face value in front of you, so you could take
Yeah.
it on my face value, because
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not one of those who is going to ever let uh, you know uh, any of these unidentified individuals lurk into the server. So
Ah, yes, actually, Kush. Here.
okay.
Do you need the link? It's gonna do a Mike and Cam test. Yeah, I saw you had like a 4-second stream. Was it a 4-second stream that you were doing a mic check or something? Yeah. I love it. Big Tau Sage.
Oh, I just wrote that from a previous stream. Yeah, I just wanted to test it. How's my audio sound?
Audio sounds good.
Okay, good, because the mic's right there on the floor. So, all right, I just wanted to test it real quick. I know you want to get going, so
No,
I
it
just wanted
sounds
to see
good.
how it looks.
Did you get a chance to like play around with the sharing screen stuff?
No, I haven't had a chance to do that. I've been busy all day with other stuff today.
Okay.
And I may do some of that tomorrow. I may call Gone with John tomorrow and pick his brain on that kind of stuff and do
Okay.
that. Yeah. So if I have time, because I'm gonna have another busy day tomorrow with personal stuff. So
Yeah.
yes, indeed. So and Unwanted Contriver, is he still here?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
he's still here.
Hey, just wanted to say hello to you too, sir. Always nice to talk to you.
Thank you, sir. I'm
All right.
deeply humbled.
All right, I appreciate it. So I'll let you go because I know you want to get going.
Yeah.
Have a good
It was
night.
good to chat with you, Kush. Sounds great. Looks great.
Thanks. Night.
Yeah. Bye. All right. Good night, Mr. Pliskin. I know it's early on a fucking Saturday, but I did not sleep well last night. So, and I got up damn early after not even sleeping well. But actually, you know what's funny? I did a haircut on a kid that I've been cutting his hair since his very first haircut. And this time he's like taller than me. Is that crazy? And he's like 12. He's like an inch taller than me. Yeah, it was funny. Later on today, his dad sent me a picture of him at my old salon. Like one time when I was cutting his hair, he like fell asleep in the chair. It was pretty cute. These boys grow up so fast, man. Anyway, yeah, that was good stuff today, though. Well, good night, everybody. Good night, Primo. Everybody.
Good night.